If you weren't...
Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group. How are you all doing today? We are here for episode 93 of Atavar Ascension. Yay!
That's a lot.
It is.
It's
That's
fucking
more than
90
two.
more episodes than I thought.
That's 3 episodes away. No.
Whoa.
So, before we begin, as always, we've got to give a shout out to our sponsors. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, those links should appear in chat right now. Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, go check them out, www.criticalhitgamingsupplies.com. They've got some great stuff, and if you see something you like and you decide to purchase it, make sure to use discount code TOGG15 to get 15% off your purchase. Fanroll also has some amazing stuff, and if you follow the link that we've got down in the YouTube or Twitch chat, or in the video on YouTube after the fact, you can use that link, and if you see something you like and you buy it, using our link, you will help support the channel, and we greatly appreciate that. And last but not least, SideQuest Cards and Games.
Hey guys, it's Zach from SideQuest Cards and Games. We got games and cards.
And side quest.
And SideQuest.
Yeah. Visit us at the SideQuest Cards game booth at Dice Tower East for your official side quest and Guild's Adventurer card, where you will complete tasks for rewards and items. In addition, we'll be selling the Hot Games list for Dice Tower this year. So look forward to the best and brightest of all of board gaming has to offer for 2025.
All right, outstanding. So, before we begin, why doesn't everyone announce who their character is, what they're playing, etc.? We'll start with you, Jen.
Hola, I am Jen. I am a level 14 tiefling sorcerer named Persephone. Yep.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm playing Goldmere, the level 14 wood elf ranger. It took me a while
what
to remember.
What does that say?
What am I? Hi, I'm Logan. I am playing Leon Palance, a level 14 half-elf swords bard.
Shit, you guys got last names?
Yeah.
Gold does not actually.
Persephone
I'm-
Gershmephany.
Daniel. I'm playing a level 14 Storm Herald barbarian named Bjorn Aska. He's a shifter.
All right.
Let me ask
And-
Bearhide shifter.
And
What?
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
I'm about to ask a question. So, we'll start with you, Bjorn. This character goes for everyone in character. So, Bjorn, if you weren't an adventurer, what livelihood would you choose?
That's easy. If I was not an adventurer, I would become one.
Fucking love it. Leon, what about you?
Well, if I were not an adventurer, I would probably still be traveling quite a bit as a performer.
Excellent. Goldmere?
I'd like to think that should my troubles quell themselves, I may live the simple life of perhaps a shepherd, living out in the nature and supporting the wildlife.
Assin.
All right. Well, thank you all.
That's ass, I suppose.
Ass. All right. That makes sense for you, too. So,
They both make sense.
there we go. Without any further ado, then, we bring
So
you
glad
out of
you
our
done that.
Ascension. All right,
Well, shit.
and we are back.
I'm trapped by societal convention now.
Yeah, crap, I should.
So, where we
Break
last
marks.
left off,
Oops.
the party had made their escape from the Shatterjaw clan and
They got lucky.
began to make their way towards
Probably, yeah.
where they believed the ley line intersection was that they had deciphered on their map. The other problem is they also discovered something that was a bit unnerving.
I didn't even ask if I could have one, so I didn't want to go
Bro, that's literally why
Yeah,
we bought
yeah,
them.
that's
That's
why
why
they're
we
here.
bring
Go
them every
get one.
time.
Go,
every time. I didn't know
go
you
grab one.
Every time we bring alcohol, it's for everybody.
Yes. Go.
We are the alcohol suppliers.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Remember that donation we made?
No.
So, of course, always getting sidetracked. That's us.
Perhaps a side quest.
So, yeah, perhaps a side quest. But they also found something that was a bit disturbing. They figured out
I'll
that
roll for that.
there are twice as many ley line intersections
71.
as they first thought. That is damn close. Actually, that
That
is
is.
3 away. Gold.
Oh God, no!
Would you like to take on the
For
challenge?
fuck's
We're
sake!
gonna go fight the dragon.
Every time.
What the fuck you mean we're fighting dragons?
We are.
What? Why?
Were you not at the cliffhanger?
You were.
We're
Well,
fighting the
let me
cliffhanger.
refresh. We'll keep. Hold on to that topic.
No! No! I'm not taking the deal! No! Jason, no!
I was on for less than a minute.
I
What
know.
the fuck?
I
So-
rolled within 3 of a 69.
I figured, but for why?
Because,
Apparently we're gonna fight a dragon.
No, why did you roll?
because he made a bad point.
What was the? I want to know the
Don't
pun.
even
Just-
remember.
We
I
get
was
sidetracked. I
there.
said, how about a side quest?
Yes.
Oh, sidetracked cards and games.
Yes. Roll.
Here. They already rolled
As
for
I
that.
was saying, so they found out some very disturbing information that there are actually twice as many ley line intersections as they had thought.
It's not good
And-
enough, bro.
They
Yeah,
had
listen
discovered
to the
that
recap.
one of them, and this was actually thanks to Tomer's ability that he can do, where he can basically hold an object and kind of learn its history. Well, they had an object that he got from, hold on, the name of him from Carpetier.
Oh, I could have told you that's on my note napkin.
Nice. But they got an object from Carpetier that
Carbode.
Tomer held and looked at, and it happened to be something that had been passed down for generations and generations and generations. When they learned that Carpetier's family originally came from the dwarven civilization that had been destroyed in the mountains,
Yes.
and they
Flanky,
discovered that
emotional moment.
there was an intersection actually in that civilization, and that is where apparently a rod may have been placed.
It kind of tracks with all the
Yeah.
info we got. Yeah.
But twice as many intersections means, oh crap, that there's more than we thought. But they continued to head towards where they thought their closest next one was, where they came across a little bit of a challenge as they went down into a little cave and found themselves standing in front of an androsphinx
I don't know. I got out of there pretty easily.
who
An
said,
androgynous
yeah, well, you did. You didn't really even go down. You're like, bye. You're there for like 2
I was
seconds.
told to leave.
Yep. And yeah, they decided, yeah, based on what Gold clocked with his high perception score, they saw that this Sphinx actually had some little bit of root corruption,
Root influence.
and that, as far as Gold was concerned, sealed the deal, saying, "Yep, the rod's already been placed here.
Found
Shit,
the root of
let's
the
go."
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. Roll again. If you get it again, you have to take the deal.
9.
Okay, you're good.
He's 60 away.
If you roll a 6 right now, no. So,
Okay. I rolled a 2 the last one. 41.
so after fleeing
It's like
from
the most
that
neutral roll.
area, which they ran away to the wonderful musical sound of an androsphinx laughing at their departure. They eventually turned to make their way towards the other major intersection that they knew about before, heading to the southwest, going towards the base of the mountains and kind of moving up into the mountainous terrain. And as they were going through there, for a couple days, they had no issues. Travel was fine. Up until as they were going through kind of again, they're not in the lowlands and the heat as much, but they are not up at where it's cool. So they're in the mountains. There are lots and lots of dead scrubland trees and bushes all around, and it's mountainous. And they end up noticing, what the fuck's that up there? Oh shit. There was a dragon who thought he was being extremely sneaky,
This dragon
but was
a doofus.
noticed as he is kind of peeking around the edge of some
Oh,
rocks
I remember this now.
and sees them, and he's just like,
Got the shack dragon.
And he's
that's,
a- he's a little
hiding
ways
behind
away,
the tree.
but he sees them, and luckily for them, they saw him. So they know he's there. Yes.
How many days of travel, if any, happened last session when I wasn't present?
Like
Quite a
in
bit.
total,
47.
Half a day.
I don't remember
Okay,
exactly
yeah,
when
like
you
a
left.
Was there at least like a long rest?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
you guys have
good.
had long rest.
That-
you're,
that
you're
means-
fully,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
fully
I
up.
could have.
Leon stayed up the whole night for some reason.
Yeah, he
I was a little sleepy.
He was furiously.
Don't finish that.
spanking it. I know that's what you're thinking.
Die.
You're gonna cast die at me?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well, I guess I will.
Well, which one?
I'm the new DM, guys. So
Yeah.
Counter
Atavar, we're
40,
actually
68.
playing Leon's magical escort adventure. All of you are my fucking.
Oh man.
You're all concubines.
All,
Yeah,
all of a sudden, there's a sled.
Leon
We
the
all
pimp.
have to pull the rope.
Mush.
Leon the pimp. Okay.
Exactly.
So
Named Leon.
all right.
Leon Pimp Lance.
So now that you remember that, do you want to accept the challenge?
No,
Okay.
Smart man.
it's never worked for me. I've accepted it 4 fucking times.
You saved us from a purple worm encounter during this dragon fight.
You mean the rock fight?
I don't know. I feel like I
No,
helped a
this
lot
fight.
with that.
By not taking the deal, he saved us from
Oh.
another purple worm.
Well, no, maybe the purple worm would have killed the dragon.
Maybe the purple worm was the friends inside us the whole time.
I think
Honestly,
you're right.
Roll
They're-
again.
their intelligence score isn't high enough to be friends.
So
Dragons?
No.
Oh, purple worm.
purple worms, man. Purple worms.
Yeah, them dragons are fucking stupid. I say that in Draconic
Everyone's got
very
that
loudly.
one.
I mean,
Say
that's
that
like.
now.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm so joking.
Everyone's got an
You
it
say that
step.
now.
Did I?
Okay.
So when I noticed the dragon, did I notice the color?
Yes, I gave a
Okay.
description of him.
It was
He
like brass or bronze.
No,
You
he
said
was
he was brown.
he was a deep brown,
Poop dragon.
like a rich brown color. The
That's the
the,
worst kind.
the exact color is actually called sable.
You don't want to know about its
Okay.
breath weapon.
But that is what you saw. He is a deep brownish, almost. It's such a dark brown. It's almost black, but you do kind of notice because you've got really keen eyes. You can see,
It's
yeah,
only
he's
getting
actually
worse.
brown.
Can you kill this guy?
So, and from where you guys are right now, he's probably about a good
14 feet away.
300 feet away, 250 to 300, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
I've got an idea, guys.
Mhm.
What if I tell Bjorn to yell in Draconic, I challenge you to single combat and point at the mount that the dragon's at?
You have like a death wish, but for him, not you.
I'm just saying, we could get away.
There is no we, because he is we.
Bjorn, I don't know. I think he's saying you can't take that dragon.
You think I can't take that dragon?
Now, Bjorn,
The bait! The bait!
little warrior to
Easy
big warrior
target.
here. Little warrior to big warrior here.
I'm listening.
Whenever the fuck did those words leave my mouth?
He makes a good point, Gold. He didn't actually say that.
So, I'll go ahead and yell in Draconic.
My buddy thinks he can kick your ass. What did you tell him?
We saw you clock around the mountain. Might you come out so we can speak?
Okay.
What?
And this is in Draconic?
Yes.
Anyone else speak Draconic?
I
no.
feel like I might.
No.
Okay.
It's either Draconic or like. No.
Whatever the fuck Draconic sounds like in this world.
Lemon bread.
I imagine it's like guttural, but also like very vowel focused.
How do I know what I speak?
That would be on your
I gotta
character
tell
sheet.
y'all, I don't
In
know if I
the
can go on living
lower left
anymore.
corner under proficient
When I
It happens to
training.
us.
Oh, yeah,
Lower left.
Actually,
corner.
it happens to
Well,
everyone.
then while you're on a phone.
When I went grocery shopping, I saw banana
You do
bread.
not speak it.
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who speaks Draconic.
Delicious.
I mean,
And I'm
for
pretty
me,
sure I speak the most languages.
Or was it
Yeah,
fucking
but-
allergic?
So,
Big sad.
bringing it back together here.
Yeah.
Yes, I speak 5.
So,
Actually, I speak all
you
languages.
said, basically, we see you. We'd like to, would you care to come out and have a conversation kind of thing? And you hear
Good call, Gold.
Right.
I've been wanting to fight a dragon for a long time.
Percy's
Yeah.
gonna walk away.
you hear. You don't see me.
Gold, what did you say?
Hey, John
Indricon.
Cena.
Well, currently not, but I know you're there.
No, you don't. Everyone, give a perception check.
A little trolling.
Nothing.
Did he like peer around the other side or some bullshit?
Ooh, that's not a bad roll. Actually, that's a pretty good roll. That is a 23.
17.
26.
Oh,
I
fuck
walk
you.
away.
Okay.
I have a +9. I'm
You-
sorry.
I have +7.
You see kind of his head where he can peek around, ducks back, but then you see his tail is kind of moving back and forth,
It's like when my
above
dog
some of the
hides under
areas
bed
of rock,
half her
and-
ass is out.
and a couple small rocks, get knocked off and kind of tumble down. He's like, "Damn it!" You hear that you guys don't understand it, but you hear under his breath, like, "Damn it!"
A respectable hiding place. Gold, is he a coward? Why is he hiding from us?
No. I think he's simply gaming us. In that case, he reminds me a lot of Ternanok. I'll say that like very loudly, just to like get his attention.
Who's turning
Okay.
My dragon buddy.
Mitchell.
I've been throwing his name around for clout for a while.
Because I know a dragon. Oh, by
I
the
know
way,
one dragon.
I'm like friends with dragons,
I
guys.
met him one time.
I'm really
And-
fucking awesome.
I could say
And
that
he
I have a
goes-
friend who's a dragon.
Bitch.
Well, now we have
I mean,
to
I can
deliver.
call him real fast and let him know you said that. What's your name?
And he's like, "You don't fuck."
Just come stomping out.
He comes stomping out around, and with that being said,
Roll initiative.
And
we are going to the battle screen.
Percy had walked away.
Gold, what did you say to him?
I called his bluff.
What was he trying to lie about?
He said Ternanok's a bitch, and I know for a fact that's not true.
Okay.
What was that one shadow dragon we saw?
Mitchell.
Mitrax.
Yeah, no, Mitrax knows his name, therefore he's significant in some capacity.
Bitch, right?
Yeah, significantly a bitch.
Yeah.
If that dragon
Say
said
high
that,
five.
honestly, I would high five the dragon.
Yeah.
Bitch tracks.
Okay, and it'll take a little bit of time for it to load in. So as we're waiting for it to load in,
I just imagine those are all massive pitfalls. That's
no,
all it is.
no, the rocks just haven't.
fall
The rocks just haven't loaded in that fill out those space.
So did you know you can actually cheese the encounter if you just rotate the enemy so that their hitbox just barely touches the kill zone?
Well, what you can
Minus
also do
99999.
is if you set up a parry in a corner and do the riposte animation where you cannot walk back, you actually go into the death screen and have a top-down view of the map, allowing you to clip through invisible walls.
Is that Dark Souls you're
Yes.
saying?
It sure is.
It
I fucking love
absolutely.
that.
That's how you speed run passive orc, because there's no reason to fight him.
Yep, I remember that.
But
Seen the
why
video
would
of
you
it.
say there's no reason
Why
to
would
fight
you
him
cheat
other than the
yourself
joy
out
of
of the
defeating him?
experience of fighting
You've
Fort
never played
of
Dark
the
Souls.
Boreal
I know.
Valley?
So
But I'm
you
just
get
saying.
the boss music as you're walking through the room, but it basically it skips having to talk to the old woman, and also skips fighting Vort.
This is
Spoilers,
actually a
guys,
Dark
for-
Souls speed run. Yeah,
Yeah,
spoilers, of the
spoilers
first
for a
boss
game that's like,
of a,
what, 10 years old?
10-year-old
Hold on.
game.
I think it's more than 10 years
Yeah.
at this point.
And
It was
Or
an
actually,
It might not be.
it was released in 2016, so almost.
Yeah, almost
9 years.
I was pretty close.
Sorry, damn it, 9 years.
That was pretty
Spoiler alert.
That's there's no shot. Dark Souls motherfucking 3 is almost 10 years. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm playing a game.
You
right now.
old bastard.
That was like a new thing when I played
Yeah, look
it.
at how old this
Back
guy
in my
is.
day,
I'm dying.
Dark Souls 3 was all the rage.
Yeah.
It was
Sorry it's
not
taking so
ever.
long, but unfortunately this
It
map
sure
is just
was.
Dark Souls 3 is
Big.
hot for me.
Yeah.
No, when Dark Souls 3 came out, Dark Souls was still,
Okay.
I wouldn't call it
There we
niche,
go.
but it was
So you can
like,
see you guys.
No,
Dark
it-
Souls
it-
2 was the one everyone loved to hate.
So you
Yeah,
guys
That's
can
my
see
favorite
you
one.
guys right down here,
We should make out.
and
No homo though,
Wait,
unless
who-
you're into it.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Oh,
not.
here. Oh, you technically can't see him.
But you can smell him.
You can't. You technically can't see him line of sight on here, but
I didn't realize there were so many fucking dead trees.
yep. See if I
I hope his breath weapon isn't fire.
if I make him fly.
His breath weapon is
Smokey the Bear is gonna come personally execute this dragon.
Come on.
He has kill trees attack with his breath weapon.
So while we're in moving stuff around
Thank you.
phase, when they started talking to him,
Borax and
I
Smokey the
walked
Bear come out.
away.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great idea.
Doing the fucking EO walk.
Okay. So
Doing the good old Yogi Bear.
what I will
No,
do
it's-
is
Destroy
this real quick. I'm going to steal Cassiopeia just so you guys can see, because technically you guys would see where he is.
I don't even see where we are. Okay, I see the little.
Yeah, where are those dots? Oh, now he's in the air.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was just
shit.
doing that to make it so he was visible to you guys, but he's actually not in the air.
entrance.
He's right there.
Oh, okay, you moved Cassiopeia's.
Yeah, I
mom
moved
just for this-
Cassiopeia just so you guys could actually
Yeah,
see where he was.
for
'Cause
LOS.
technically, the map is blocking your line of sight, but you can see where he is. And there's kind of this outcropping of rock on the side of the mountain. That's what he was hiding behind. Okay, and for a close-up view, so here he is, and as he
in all his glory.
steps around, he looks and he says, "How can you not know the great Karkethzerethzerus, the Sable Despoiler?"
Is that in common or draconic?
Draconic. Because somebody's speaking to him in Draconic, so...
So is he like making himself like present now? He's like coming out and he's speaking all these angry sounding words in
Yes.
a language I can't. I'm going to pull out my great axe and I'm going to shift it now.
Okay.
We've got like half a mile between us.
That's fine.
No, not it's literally like 300 feet.
I'm joking.
Half a mile.
So-
eh.
I'm using my bonus
First
action
we
to
had
get
walked away
bonus
when they
HP
started
now, so I don't have to
talking.
fight
So
over
I'm
my
like-
bonus action with rage later.
I'm 2
Because
or
of-
3 rounds worth of away.
Okay.
Because of difficult terrain and general geography, it might as well be half a mile.
Not for me. I don't have difficult terrain because I'm cool. And
So
You
I'm a
guys
you,
ranger.
know-
you are
I'm a
now
ranger.
like over here. Again,
It's okay.
he is correct because of difficult terrain.
Yeah,
You kind
yeah,
of
fair enough.
walk around. So you're like
I
there.
know,
Yeah,
right?
it was like maybe 2 rounds worth
For
of
roll.
talking.
Yeah.
This terrain isn't even that difficult.
This terrain, bro. Honestly,
terrain
is literally
have
not
no
even difficult
problem.
right now.
terrain. It's the best
It's the
terrain.
best terrain ever.
Maybe ever.
It's huge.
I went
huge
to a
terrain.
guy who did this terrain for everybody.
It was a huge
We're-
success.
We're gonna vote on this
This
terrain.
terrain. There's never been.
You know what, guys? We don't even need to vote. I'll just
Best
deploy them
terrain in
now.
the
It's
history
okay.
of terrains.
There's
Maybe
never
ever.
been. a
You
greater
have
terrain.
shifted and you pulled out your axe.
Yes.
You have started walking away, and you two and the 3 NPCs and Cassiopeia and Tomer, who actually
Toma.
jumped into a bag of holding that you were carrying and is just hiding out there.
He's on a timer now. If we
Yeah.
don't win, he
Fucking
suffocates and
pussy.
dies.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me,
He's
fellas.
on stasis right now, so
Steps in.
he can't help. But that is what he says. He says his name, and he's on top of that rock outcropping.
He's trying to
And
make
his-
himself look bigger.
His chest is out. He's pretty freaking big. Not as big as Mitrax,
Does
but
he?
he's pretty fucking big.
Does he look like an adult dragon then?
Still a
Yes.
dragon.
Does he?
Okay.
Does his name? Does he actually say his name, or is it something
Well, his-
different in Draconic as well?
No,
No,
like,
it-
even if you say a name in
the-
Spanish and English, it's still
Yes.
a name.
It's still the name.
Well-
like Logan's name is still technically Logan
Yes.
in Spanish.
Well, you pronounce it.
You pronounce it slightly different, but
Logan.
it's close enough. It's close enough that
That's how
Yo
it should be.
soy
I agree.
Logan.
So
Mucho
regardless,
gusto.
what did he say his name was?
it's Karketh Zeroth-Zeros.
It's going to be carcass after we're done with it.
Karketh Zeroth-Zeros.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
Technically, in here, he's just an adult, but not really.
Well,
I've shrunk
Depending on
him a
how
little
much shit you talk, you'll be an elder dragon.
bit. I've taken him and I've nerfed him just a hair.
well, Karketh, I can't say I've heard of you as I've not been this far south on TOGG before.
I will say, anyone that wants to, because you did hear the name, even though it will be a slightly more difficult since you did say it in Draconic. You can roll a a history
History?
check,
I wouldn't.
or technically for dragons in general, it's Arcana to know about dragons in general. So if you want to just know what a sable dragon is like, great. If you want to know if you know this specific guy, then it's a history.
So-
Arcana dirty 20.
I speak Draconic History 16.
Okay.
History 13.
Okay. All right. So with the
I have no reason to
history
roll that.
checks, you think maybe you've heard of the name.
Mm-hmm.
You have heard the name. Just mostly just because actually it
He's a bitch.
your dragon buddy. What's the name again?
Tar.
Ugh, there's this annoying
Tearing
other
it up.
dragon.
Ternanak.
Joe.
Your dragon buddy Ternanak
Oh, what a dragon.
had actually mentioned this name. He's talked about some other
Little
dragons.
pit blanket.
Had actually mentioned this name and said, "Yeah, this guy's kind of bad news. He's annoying."
He said he's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like to deal with him.
He-
He's just a fucking tool.
he's full of himself, and for being a smart creature, he's kind of stupid.
As they're yapping back and forth in Draconic, I am
He's the
moving towards
dullest
this
cran in the
dragon.
cran box.
What is she?
All right. Yeah, I mean, like he's smart. He's
I-
smart, but it's kind of his ego gets in the way of his intelligence.
Yeah.
He's like he was saying, you can't see me. It's not because he's not smart enough to realize he can't be seen. His ego won't let him admit that there's no way. I'm too good. So that's what you understand. You with your dirty 20 Arcana check, you
Filthiest
actually
one I've
know
ever
the
seen.
following things about sable dragons. Now, let me double check.
Is
exact-
Sable gemstone?
No.
They're just kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell
We're
you.
fighting
It's a-
a
it's a
disabled
I have to
dragon?
find
I-
out.
I
Um,
just don't know.
out of me.
So
Carcass, the disabled dragon.
you know,
Just
weakness wise, there is no specific weakness. They're not vulnerable to anything in specific. Resistances, you also do know.
Poison.
They are resistant to necrotic damage,
Lightning.
and you also know they are immune to cold.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You're too good to be DM.
you also would know
Don't
Um,
say any other
a
resistances.
little bit about the senses. You know that these guys have dark vision. They also have blind sight.
Do I know anything about breath weapon?
It smells.
It's stanky.
Well, I think based on what you guys chose
That's
as
fine. You can
things,
tell me now. I figured I'd ask.
yeah, based on what you guys know as things, let me just decide.
My guess is with an
No,
immunity to
I will
cold
say
damage.
no, you don't know. You don't know, but you may find out. So,
Yeah, I was trying to not
oh, okay.
have to find out.
All right, so
If you know dragons like that to the point where you're rolling on it, would it not be a safe bet that the one that they're immune to is probably the element they're using?
Possibly.
That's not always the case.
Well, I'm just saying that's I don't
He's a
know this
brown-
dragon even outside of
He's a
character.
brown dragon. I assume necrotic would have been the last dragon, not this one.
Yeah. But just like
but I don't think he's cold either.
I don't
so-
know the dragon. I don't actually know its
Bro,
stat
I don't,
block.
I
but-
don't either.
All right,
The
so
assumption
I
could
guess
be
if I
bold.
do know his name, I wouldn't have said that I don't know him.
okay,
I would instead go, oh, that's right. I have heard of you. In
of
fact,
course you have.
Ternanak mentioned you by name specifically.
What did that bitch say?
Well,
You're annoying.
he actually said you're a pretty stand-up guy.
Give me a deception check.
How close am I to this dragon now? I'm moving up.
Oh, you've been moving up.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta
He's
move
moving
Bjorn.
closer and I'm moving further
19
away.
minus 1, 18.
Okay, 18. Very good.
-1.
I
coming in
can't
clutch.
believe my bluff worked. I was anticipating failing.
It's an opposed check.
Oh, I get that.
And it's a dragon.
Hold on.
What's
I
up,
just
blind
gotta.
sight? So he can see through your bullshit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Magnificent.
All right, so there's Bjorn. All right, so you have made it up to there.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so that's where you've gone. Now let me look at his check. Ooh, okay. What'd you get total?
18.
He kind of puffs his chest out. He's like, he actually said something nice.
You mean you like?
This was a long time ago. It's been a while since we spoke.
This was a long time ago, clearly.
At least 90 years since we've...
Long time ago. That's nothing.
Well, in my lifespan anyway. 90
Not
years
even.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I was like,
You're an elf.
did you not remember
Well,
Free Rent? We were watching it
I'm
last
only
night.
like Shut the fuck up. My character is only like 180, so like they're a fairly young elf in the grand scheme.
Yeah, but elves
He's
like 10
basically
years. No.
he's like he just learned how to drink.
You're a little baby.
Babby elf.
Regardless,
Oh, you're so young.
it was 90 years ago. It's been a while since we've spoke, but yeah, he did say something kind-natured about you. I've heard a lot of bad just from a couple of townsfolk in general, but I mean,
Mitrax said
They-
something.
judging by the forest, I mean, desolate. Yeah, it makes sense.
Heck, we should go back together.
Do you have any
Yeah,
stories to tell?
I made this. Made what?
He made the forest.
Dead?
Yeah. Do you have any stories to tell? I'm always open ears. They are pointed up for a reason.
I
You're still
suppose.
Oh yeah,
And he begins to kind of
I just bossed off.
he
up with
hops
an axe
down.
out.
He hops down from the rock.
Yeah, get closer. Come to Papa Bjorn.
Ajax, fucking stop! I want to hear if this dragon did anything cool.
Well, that's
Bjorn,
too bad.
shut the fuck
Because
up.
You have
Ajax-
until he gets to me.
Yeah, your conversation's on a timer.
Okay, so he hops
Bjorn, I want to hear
down
the cool story.
off the rock,
He's literally gonna just. Well, you know what? I can't even
And-
hear.
pops right there,
What cool story? What are you talking about?
and then
What does that speak English?
he moves a little bit closer. I'm gonna say he gets to about here.
Where am I?
You are
You're like 60 feet, 90 feet ahead.
you are like right
I'm-
there.
And I'm still walking away.
Can you see that little flash of light?
Yeah.
You are like right there, and I will move both of you appropriately in a second.
Yeah.
It just takes a moment or two
Yeah, no, you're
to
fine.
get everything working. Okay, so all right, Persephone is over here. So Persephone has made it a little bit farther, and Bjorn has made it a little bit farther. Okay, and now I can zoom in a bit more for everyone's viewing pleasure.
Yeah, zoom into the trees blocking all our view.
Bjorn has never gotten to fight a dragon. He's excited.
So here we can see Bjorn and the dragon, and you guys are a little ways behind.
What worthier opponent can there be than a dragon?
And
Two dragons.
No.
and he says,
My
And a
twin
reward.
brother.
and he says as he hops down and starts walking closer, he says, I suppose I enjoy playing with my food before I consume it.
Well,
None of
if
this is
it's
in
if it's not any trouble,
Nope.
might you speak it in common for those around us who don't speak of such a refined language?
Persuasion check.
How'd that go?
That rolled right over my wrist.
What'd you get?
He has to roll it in the tray.
Persuasion, you say?
Yep.
16.
He goes,
Oscar is still with us in
fine. And in common, he says, you want a story? Very well.
What? A story? No, I want to fight.
We're getting to that.
Don't
Bjorn.
worry, I'll eat you first.
Gold, what's he talking about? Why is he telling us stories?
So you're threatening us. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, so
You are food.
he effectively said he's going to eat us after this story. So perhaps while he's telling us this story,
Okay.
we listen closely, as this may be our final chapter in our lives.
That's fair.
You said he was 60 feet away?
Right now, from you,
That is
because
exactly
Gold
my,
said he was 60.
my distance.
I was just guessing.
He is about 65 feet away.
I'm looking up at him and like, I don't really think you should eat us.
We'll see
guys-
who's
you
eating
guys are
who
a
at
lot-
the end of this.
Yeah, you guys are a lot further. You guys are, I know, from where you are. Hold on. Just,
Dragon steaks are on the menu.
It's been a very
you are
long
about
time since I've had
160
dragon
feet
steak.
away.
Okay. So I guess I'm kind of shouting. Like,
Bjorn
Yeah,
has
that's
never
fine.
had it.
You all have
He
been kind of
wants
shouting
it.
back and forth.
I know you said you're gonna eat us, but like, I'd rather not be eaten. If it's any
It's not up to you.
well, it might be up to Mitrax.
what is your goal with dropping that?
So I know Mitrax, and he says,
You know,
No, I'm saying,
your
what is your
bird-
goal?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Man,
I
the
know
dragon turned into a white dragon after
And he
that.
says,
all the
"You're
colors
a
left his face.
So don't make me call my friend.
okay. No, I'm asking you as a player. What is your
okay,
goal?
so yeah, I was getting that up. I am trying to I'm trying to deceive him
intimidate.
Okay.
and make him think that I have fucking Mitrax on speed dial and he's my homie.
Deception check.
Okay.
I mean, if one of us has a dragon on speed dial, why not two?
Okay, 22.
Who are these guys?
How do you know him?
See, I met him in this mountain, and he wanted to eat me too, but he thought I was funny, so
I'm
now
so tempted.
we're best pals.
Actually, and I'll say this in Draconic, smell him. You might he might linger the scent.
Bjorn looks very confused by what you're saying now, as he is completely.
As the three of us
uninvolved
were
with
very
it.
close to
Yeah.
Mitrax. The scent made
What do you mean, Mitch?
And
Trax was our friend.
you say that,
I say that to him.
but you say
I'm
that.
ruining this whole RP encounter.
But you say that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what the hell do you mean, Leon?
Look, just because you didn't get along with him doesn't mean that I didn't.
And you, I point at the dragon. I want to know which one of you tastes better, the purple worm
All right.
or you.
Now, if you will notice, he is literally walking right up towards you guys,
He's gonna ignore you. I love it.
and you guys are right here. You are now essentially like right.
Let me
next to
know
him.
when I can take a turn.
Give him a kiss.
If you want to.
Oh yeah.
He's literally like walking,
Yeah, we're
And-
always in front of you.
and basically he walks and starts walking right past you.
Oh yeah. No.
Knowing my
Absolutely not.
barbarian friend, can I just pop my potion of flying real fast?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. And as I'm saying, I want to know what tastes better, the purple worm or you. And I activate rage, and I'm going to recklessly swing at him as many times as I can.
Out fucking standing. So as you do that,
I just see the dragon.
now what I'm gonna do just to make things a little bit easier on the
Okay, I have
eyes,
faith in you.
Just delete all the trees.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
delete some of these trees.
Mhm.
Beleaguered. Reverb fart.
What the fuck, man?
Hey, I'm just playing my part, you know? I usually say playing my part.
Roll
No.
at advantage.
Is this true?
Yeah,
That was
I'm gonna
pretty
agree with
funny.
that.
That
I'm
was
gonna agree with that.
pretty funny.
So that's 100.
Whoa.
whoa.
Roll a 1, roll a 1, roll
That's
a
what
1.
I did the other day.
And that's a 52.
Lame.
All right,
If you
so
rolled
there
a
is
1,
now-
your character
There
would
is now
spontaneously
technically a hole in the
gain
world.
like 20 levels.
Yes. I rolled a 1.
Wow.
I heard- no, you
You're
didn't.
level
No, I can roll
34?
Deception and you'll believe me. 17. You don't have a high insight.
Yeah, actually I do.
Actually, you don't. Shush.
What a power play, telling the enemy that they don't have a high insight. Like, your insight sucks. You
Okay.
can't tell.
So there you go. There's the
Well, shit, he sounds so confident.
there's a little bit cleaner battlefield so you guys can see what's going on. As the dragon begins walking right past you, I now need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Jason.
Oh wait,
In this,
this
house, we
Roll for
Yeah,
initiative!
it's been. It was only last session we restarted doing that. So
that is an 8 from gold.
19.
11.
Dragon Ghost starts beats the
Perception,
shit
you'll
out
need
of
initiative.
Bjorn.
Dirty 20.
Do I get my
20.
surprise attack since he was just casually walking past?
We'll see.
He disregarded me.
Fair.
So let's see. Where are we? Yes, Bjorn, you actually do get to attack.
Very good.
Just one attack because this is a surprise round, and technically you rage, so you're like going like, "Rrr," so it's kind of alerting him a little bit. But you get to take one swing first, before the official round starts.
Yeah, that's why he's surprised. The dragon thought he was just like dry heaving or something.
Yeah. He's like, it's like a cat.
Well, if you want,
Like a cat.
as much as I'd love to do it, if you're trying to maintain game state, when I rage, I can use the attack for the lightning strike.
That's
If
fine.
you'd rather me do that,
No, you can do
I can
an
both.
attack, one attack.
Okay,
basically.
because one is part of rage, which is why I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's fine.
So I'll get the one swing plus that then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
It's appropriate I brought my dragon mug.
Well, thank God I have advantage.
I brought my cream soda.
27.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
I think that hits.
I'm glad to hear, because if it didn't, we would be in some deep shit.
Against the poop dragon.
Yeah. Minimum damage, of course, though.
Always.
10 slashing
Okay.
and 2d6. 6 lightning, and then he will make an 18 dex save.
Okay.
For 9 more.
Villain of the weak ass dragon.
It's
Yep,
just the
he
flavor
makes a save.
of the
Alright, so it'll be
weed.
half of 9 then, whatever you round
4.
up or down.
It's always around.
Oh, and my reaction. He must make a strength 18.
Brother, this is a dragon.
I don't care. It's just part of my thing. It's free.
If he fails, if
Yeah,
he fails,
that's not an issue.
he's got like a plus 12 or some shit.
It's part of my class.
Okay.
Did
you
And
do
what,
it,
what
lose
is it you're trying to do anyway?
It's just part of it. You hear the thunder.
Yeah, no,
as
but
it attempts to knock him prone.
okay.
I'm sure dragons are immune.
If they're even available to
It
be
didn't
knocked
tell
prone.
me it was immune to prone.
Wow.
That's right. It wasn't discussed prior. So,
We-
it's
So we
canon that
asked
they can
for
be prone.
damage immunities, not condition immunities.
There's only so much I can do for you, okay?
The mission communities.
It's a dragon. I'm sure it's immune to a lot of things.
So
Charmed one.
that
of them.
was your turn.
Yep.
So
Magical charm.
now,
Not non.
Yarrick is like,
Roll higher than me.
oh shit, yeah,
How much did you get?
dirty 20.
Oh, he beat
Um,
me by 1.
Yarrick sees you attacking the dragon.
Is that
and
the
it's
half
like-
word?
No, that's
there's
the halfling who's attached to my
Oh.
leg.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck.
And he's literally with you.
Wait, is that apple hands?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're knocking me off.
I'm not sorry.
And he like starts tugging it. He's like,
Is he
friends.
still like the hardest?
Yes.
they're being attacked.
Have fun. I'm squishy.
So am I, but they're gonna die.
We'll be fine.
You're big boy.
He actually
You and I die immediately.
he actually lets go of your leg
The purple worm just goes.
and starts running back towards the rest of the group.
Oh, thank God, the dead weight's gone.
And as we discussed,
He's
that
a killer.
thunder strike makes a loud
Actually,
noise for whatever that's worth.
Actually, no, he doesn't need to.
He
Because
doesn't need to let go of my leg for this.
Nope, he's still
you just run with
he's
it.
within range. He actually begins singing, and as he is singing,
Hills are alive.
Give away our
He's a
position.
bard.
Yeah,
He's
he's the
playing an
bard.
instrument.
He do be bard,
Don't
man.
start with that.
They bard them for
and
me.
ooh,
That's our palabar that you're talking to right now.
ooh,
Palabardog. Eider.
You're part dog.
okay.
Yes.
So
Palabardog
I
Eider.
always knew you were a bitch, but
he begins singing,
Oh.
and
Listen here, gold.
the dragon actually
no more heals for you.
Exactly.
All right.
like shakes its head like, "Argh!" Then looks over in that direction.
This is in response to the halfling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
My hands are up.
Was there any
You're-
visual
since you're-
effect on that?
since you're close, actually, you are close.
Yes.
He didn't really
Yes, I
realize you were
am.
right there. I need a wisdom save from you.
No. Jason, let's
Apple hand. Let's not be hasty.
yeah, let's not get too hasty now.
Apple, you
The
over here
DM
telling
playing
me
the
to not to
NPC
kill
hitting
our
a spell that
friends,
hits a
and you over here
player.
killing
Don't be
our
rash.
friends?
I didn't see him.
Yeah, yeah.
La la la.
All right, good. 21.
Okay, so
Not high enough.
you only take
Oh.
you only take 12 points of psychic damage.
What? This little weasel.
Bad apple.
He's trying to get rid of the competition.
But you also see that like the dragon shake its head, and because you're right there, You're not exactly sure. You're thinking it's its ears, but it's kind of,
Your
awkward
mind
shape.
games won't work
You-
on me,
You
dragon.
feel a little blood coming out of its ears. Okay. That's his turn. And now it is your turn, Percy.
I would like to hold until the dragon moves in between our two groups of friends.
Okay.
Then
Well,
I
there,
will-
technically there's 3 right
Well,
now because
okay,
you got Bjorn.
When he moves
them-
from Bjorn and gets in the middle of Bjorn and the rest of the party who's not me, I
Mhm.
will be casting a spell at him.
Okay. Sounds good.
Tell that little
you're,
weasel
you are
to watch
holding
where
your
he's
action for
casting.
that trait. Got it. Bjorn, it is now your full turn.
As I shout, your mind games won't work on me, dragon, as I take 2 more reckless swings back.
Okay.
Start cleaving this dragon's front ankle so
yes,
hard.
sir. Yes, sir.
How dare you in your ankle? I guess.
Recklessly, thank God.
Your ankles will be
Ooh,
cankles,
cool.
bitch.
28.
28. That hits. And hey, thank you, Chancellor Lafferty, for
Max
the
damage for 1.
looks like a flaming heart and saying, number 1, finally made it to a live session, but I'm about to leave work. Hello from the Flynn plant. Hey, what's up, man?
Hello.
Awesome.
What up?
It's good to hear from you, Chance. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Honestly, I don't know what chat that's on, but it's not showing up on the.
It's
on
in
the regions
TikTok.
thing.
21 slashing and 5 electric on the first swing.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
21 slashing and 5 electric.
Let's see.
Or lightning.
There's a 23 hit on the second attack.
That does.
Come on, another max. Oh my God, I got it. I'm making up for all those minimum rolls. Another 21 slashing.
Jeez, dude.
Maximum.
Give the dragon a
He's
break.
getting
Maximum.
No.
All those
Maximum
ones that
effort.
That poor dragon.
No, he can get fucked.
He was gonna tell us
8
a
electric.
story.
Well, now he can't. I get fucked,
Now
right?
we'll tell the story of how he fucking died.
18 deck save. You got the electric on there, right?
Yep.
8 that's it.
Okay. Not a problem.
For 8, so if he passed 4.
Yep.
And then make a strength save for me, please.
The moment he fails, he's just.
Okay.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
That's my turn.
So that is your turn. Now it's his turn.
Yeah, boy, come get some.
Let's see.
You want to take 147 points of damage? Psychic.
148.
No, he just opens his mouth at you.
Oh, I forgot to add up these numbers. It's multiple.
Okay.
No,
You're
we're gonna
def-
get Cohen
You're
weapon.
definitely not going to like this. As he steps back just a little bit, he's still in range, so. But he steps back just a little
Maintaining
bit.
game state. That strength save requires my reaction.
Oh, okay. Good to know. But his head comes down right in line with you and in line with everybody else.
Everybody.
Well, we're about to find out.
I sure wish a little halfling hadn't removed almost all of my temporary health today.
Yeah, I told him. I said bad apple.
So basically, I'm just doing it from you because that's where he's.
I'm gonna
Starting.
lose all my health and I haven't even taken a turn.
No, you and I are fucked.
What do you think
I'm at the dragon.
My horse.
This is
Okay,
How about the fire
So-
demon?
actually,
How about the
Based on
dragon
what you're
point to us
understanding-
too? What?
are you on
I would
Cassiopeia?
have been on the horse.
So,
Look at
As
this.
he said, maintaining game state.
yep. So, Leon,
I don't like that.
you are within the cone.
21. Drink
Gold
that
is
alcohol.
not actually within the cone, based on where he was positioned here.
Why are you looking at me like that?
So,
I'm not
right
looking
now,
at me like that. You
within
want
the
rumble
cone
punch?
Yep.
of this are Bjorn,
Yeah.
Leon, Cassiopeia,
Mm-hmm.
and your 3 NPCs.
Uh-huh.
Well, no.
Or
Two
2 NPCs, because one of them's over with Persephone. And actually, Gold, because we didn't
Rumble punch.
Have you guys move,
Rumble.
I will have you
I know. I told you.
decide, would your character be standing next to Leon, or would you have been further back?
Oh, I'm fucking intelligent. This is a dragon. I would have been as far back as I can.
Okay. So you
Well,
would have.
Yeah, that's why I'm not in the battle.
So you, as the dragon moved up, you're saying you basically kind of took a couple steps back.
Yeah, I would have.
I'll allow it.
I
Okay, so
in
you're out
fact,
of the
what?
cone.
I would have had my hands up like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I wanted to hear a story.
Okay.
This is not me.
So everyone who's in that cone,
Yes.
you,
Let's have it,
your
big
horse.
dog.
I need a con DC 24.
I love con
It's the
saves.
con save. No, Leon, you're great at con saves.
No.
Can you even hit a 24?
I can't. Wait, he said 20, right?
24.
It's an automatic fail.
28.
You know what I can't hit?
22.
That's
That's
actually, I
really-
still have to
You
roll
hit
very well for
23.
that.
Actually,
It's much higher than I
I forgot because I don't have it written down. I don't have it written down on here, and I did say I nerfed him a little bit.
Mhm.
It's actually for him because I reduced everything and I didn't write it down.
Okay.
That actually should be a 22 on it.
Okay, but are you flubbing that or are you?
No, I'm serious.
He did
Okay.
say that he
I
had
did
nerfed
nerf
the
him because
dragon
that's his
before.
actual stat is 24. I did say I
So,
nerfed him.
Leon, 19 or higher.
19 or higher.
I still have to roll very good on that.
Is it a 1?
No, it's not a 19.
All right.
Okay, what
So
about
could I-
for Cassiopeia?
Well, could I pass with a 10?
No.
Fuck you.
Don't threaten your dad with a bad time.
Ooh,
Bad time. Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
I guess.
Cassiopeia, you also have a
Yeah.
+3.
Yeah,
You're technically right.
I'm
It's
absolutely.
weird that you said it, but
Nope.
you know, I mean, I guess
I want you to guess.
Okay, so
No, I want you to guess.
1,
No, guess.
18,
4.
18.
one was his guess.
Total.
3.
Total,
4,
21.
Yes. So I'm quitting this campaign by.
Okay,
He
So-
starts drinking.
everyone who failed, which is
Well, if you're gonna
everyone
drink
who was in there
more.
except
I'm
Bjorn,
not sharing.
because Bjorn
I
rolled
don't
really
like
well.
that.
That's what.
You are
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Oh,
Okay.
no. See, that's fair.
Okay,
That's
so
atrocious.
Wait, you
You-
said I'm paralyzed?
you are
Do I
paralyzed.
take damage?
Nope, you
This
are
is the Ajax
paralyzed.
experience from
I
earlier in the
seem to be
campaign.
struck
Now
by
Everyone
you.
but Bjorn is paralyzed.
Are these
I am
trees
paralyzed.
petrified?
But I seem to be struck
Yeah,
by
I just
you.
made that joke.
I know, I was following up with it.
Oh, I thought he was claiming credit for my joke.
I was.
So you are paralyzed. All right,
Fuck you.
so that is what he does. Okay,
I didn't hear you say
it is now. Dun, 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 dun.
It does.
It would have been the orc's turn, whose name
He didn't
is
move?
Bellum, but
I
he's
turned around and everyone's
paralyzed.
in a wheelchair.
Oh, and I did forget. Actually,
What the hell?
Carbatir did make the save.
Yay!
He's a dwarf. He's got a high con.
El
So-
museo está cerrado.
He did make the
See.
save.
And the
So-
orc doesn't have a high con.
Not high enough. Not with the roll he fucking made. He rolled shit. So Carbatir makes a save.
Cuidado.
So
Mucho
it is his
cuidado.
turn. So he charges up there, and it's, you guys are like 90 feet away from where you and the
And he's
dragon
got
are.
short
So
dwarf
he
legs.
basically, his whole turn is him running up that way.
Get the Flintstones running sound
Yeah.
effect.
Remind me real quick.
Mhm.
I can't cast 2 leveled spells in a turn.
Correct.
But if I use the thing that turns an action to a bonus action,
If
can
you
I...
use quicken spell,
Yes.
then you can do.
Okay.
That is the whole purpose of that. Is that, hey, I want to cast 2 leveled
Okay,
spells
so
in this turn.
That's how the loophole.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's like the only way,
Paralysis
other than
breath, though.
if you
need
were,
to brush your
if you had
teeth.
levels in fighter and could do action surge.
You could have
Or
paralyzed.
I think
me with
there's
that
other
breath.
cheesy
He
ways.
hits you with bone hurting juice.
So
Ow.
that's Carbatir's turn. Leon, you are paralyzed.
No shame.
So you can. It is your turn. You can now attempt to save again. Same for you and Cassiopeia.
19 or higher, buddy. Let's go.
Dude, this is the Ajax redemption arc. Now everyone except me is paralyzed.
19 or higher. Let's go.
Okay, not everyone.
You didn't even roll in a tray. That's a high number.
That's a 20. So Leon's good.
Leon is no longer paralyzed.
Whoa. Sir, you're not drunk yet.
You're right. This is only 1. I'm just tired.
It has like negative alcohol.
Temple
percentage.
Nassels.
What?
What?
Well said, swords and synthesizers.
Well, Cassiopeia is still, because she got a 19 total.
Damn.
Here we go again.
All right,
Everything I'm not made me everything I am.
but at least you are
You
not
stay here,
paralyzed, so that is a
Cassiopeia.
good start.
Good horse.
That is
And
a
that's
good
my
start.
turn, because that happens at the end of my turn, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But you are no longer paralyzed. So
I'm
that's
just
a good
sitting
thing.
on Cassiopeia like,
As he gets
Go
his
on.
breath recharged and
"Go
fires
on."
it again.
All right.
Go on.
Bellum attempts his save again, and this time he is unparalyzed. Because he does have a good con, just rolled shit last time.
He's not rough.
Gold. Your turn.
Dude, I have a plus
All
10 and
right,
I still have to
cool.
roll above average.
Since I had already drank my potion of flying,
Mhm.
Roll well
I would
above
like
average.
to fly in what would be like a 60-degree angle of up and to the left, maintaining what would be about the same,
About 90 feet.
about 90 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Like positioning away from him, but
The rock
So-
comes back.
You are now flying, and you go up and to the left at a 60-degree angle.
yep. And at that
Come
point,
on, you.
I would also cast Hunter's Mark as my bonus action. I know it's kind of a pain in the ass to do with height in this. I apologize.
No, it's just it. I was at an angle that made it
He's
difficult to grab.
ascending.
So
Can
60-degree
you
angle,
give
and what's your
me
total
a-
movement speed?
So I can't actually see my movement speed on this character sheet. I'm pretty sure because I'm an elf, it's 35.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure.
So you are gonna go up and to the left. So you're actually gonna end up like right about over
Thank
here.
God you have a weapon that
Keeps
does
you at about
ranged
90
damage.
feet away, approximately.
And so having my cool shit, I'm gonna go ahead and take some pot shots over here at Corpserus, whatever the dragon's name is.
Corpse.
Karketh Zareth Zerus.
Karketh.
Just, you can just call him KZZ.
Carcass, bad breath.
KZZ.
Car crash.
Karketh.
So I'll take 2 attacks.
All right,
That is going to be a 27 on the first one
that hits.
and a 22 on the second.
Both hit.
All right. So 1d6, 1d8. 11 damage on the first attack.
Okay.
And that will be 10 damage on the second attack.
All right, you got it.
And that should be all I'm capable of at the moment.
Okay.
Akadrak, thank you.
AKA
Hey,
Derek.
Derek.
Akadrak.
Extra.
That doesn't know how to read.
AK.
He's an elf.
He's
So-
daily sex.
AKA an
Oh.
Aka.
No, I know.
It's a
just-
dragon. There's weird, stupid names.
Akadrak. My old arch nemesis.
AKA Derek, and his brother Derek, and their the triplet Darak. So
Wait.
The Rock.
Yeah. All right, so-
If
Dude,
he
It
never
is-
moves, I don't get my action, right? Or
that is correct.
Because there's no like just delay your turn until later.
Well, you can delay, but it is the top of the going to be the top of the round. So this is at the end of the round. So if you just wanted to delay, so that you could attack.
Ideally, yes, but
Yeah.
I feel like I've tried to do it before and you said no. That's why I gave it a specific.
Well, he sounds like he's saying
Well,
yes.
I'm
this
allowing.
time.
I'm
Okay.
allowing it this time. I'm allowing you to change your mind just because of the situation.
You're gonna take another
So-
turn
I would
immediately
love.
after.
Yeah, that's fine. I would love to cast the spell I was
Okay,
trying to do.
so-
I'll have to move where I'm doing it. But it's
Now
fine.
I just gotta wait for this to load and see how far you two actually are
As long
from
as
this
that's
motherfucker.
less than 150. I'm fine.
It might not be.
You're probably like 140.
Ah, damn it!
We are such children.
Stupid.
Put my money on 140.
Buddy, we're playing group pretend right now.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
playing the
But
best game
I'm
ever
also
for
like this.
You
normally.
are
All right,
160
well,
feet away.
I'll move up 10 feet.
There you go.
And then I'll do it.
So
Dude,
there you go. You move up. That's close enough to 10
All right.
feet. You are now 150 away.
wrap yourself
Cool.
tight.
I'm
You
gonna
look cold.
cast a 7th level spell, and then I'm going to quicken a 6th level spell, and they're
Okay.
both fireball.
Both fireball. Where are you aiming?
The blood of the dragon, where it's gonna hit dragon and not Bjorn, because Percy would know enough to make that
For the,
happen.
if you're trying to go for the butt of the dragon, you're gonna have to
Well,
move forward.
left of whatever.
He was
hits
an
the
ass
dragon and
acid.
So you're gonna try to not hit Bjorn.
Thank you.
I will say
Like-
once again, you know your spells.
Yeah,
You're
that Percy
14th
should
level.
know that
You can
enough to.
you can make it work. So 2 fireballs. Go ahead
6
and
and
what's
7.
your DC?
You're getting hit by
DC
2 fireballs.
No.
Hiroshima. Nagasaki.
18.
No.
The unmatched
Okay.
power of the sun.
Good to know. So
Oh, Sunny D.
go ahead and roll damage for both and tell me what you get for both individually.
Okay.
Krakatoa.
1, 2.
Can you do a second fireball with that? I thought that was like a Baldur's Gate thing.
Nope.
7.
Quicken.
8.
Quicken spell.
I need 4 more
It allows you to-
D6s.
to do 2.
I thought there were still one spell
No.
per turn, like
Nope.
one leveled spell.
Dose.
That's
I
what
need 2
Quicken
more
does. We just talked
D6s.
about that. Quicken breaks that rule.
Fair enough.
Perfect. Give me your tray.
Let the team come
That's
together.
like one of the whole reasons to become a sorcerer, is so you can
And
quicken
then
spells
I'm
and
gonna reroll
launch
some
2
of these.
leveled spells in a round.
I figured it was
I'm
saying you
gonna
could do a cantrip
reroll
and that
one.
for extra damage.
Nope. You can still do a cantrip and something else as long as one of them's a bonus action.
Yeah, yeah, but fireball is not typically a bonus. Or...
Well, no, but you can have a cantrip that is.
I quickened it.
But yeah,
Spent
we
lots
need
of shit
not-
to make it happen. Spending all my goddamn sorcery points.
Dude, you've got to fix your server bot
6.
for the TOGG server.
I know.
It's
That's
like in just about an hour we'll be starting. Like,
yeah, I know.
we've been going for an hour.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that.
40.
It just doesn't work. Maybe you can help.
Fuck no. Sorry, that was
That is
mean.
59.
I don't know shit about.
That's the first
On
one.
the first one.
Okay.
Sorry, Dad. I don't know shit about
Oh, I'm
servers.
7th level
but
fireball.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then now I'm 6th level fireball, so I lose 1.
He doesn't forgive me.
Nope.
I'm going to
I
die.
lose 1.
And then the second one, and I'm gonna reroll 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh my god. And here's some
You and your fireballs are lucky that I chose this dragon
well,
because of the other choices I had.
yeah. You said you didn't say immune to fire, so I said okay.
Oh, no.
Yay.
As they are adding.
40.
Just to remind everyone, if you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, you can actually donate to the channel by super chatting us on YouTube or donating Twitch bits on Twitch. And when you do so, you can affect the game. You can say things like, "Hey, I would like this to happen in the game." Like, "DM, why don't you heal the dragon to full health?" Or, or "DM, why don't you reactivate their breath weapon?" Or, "I want to, I want all the players to have advantage on this next turn," or stuff like that. And as long as it's not completely game breaking, we will make it happen.
I imagine you had the lightning dice, Daniel.
Yes.
The light, if you will.
No. I
That is
won't, though.
52 damage on the next one.
Okay.
Fucking Christ, Jen.
Sorry.
That is so much.
I
No.
don't like fighting dragons.
So the
And then
We do have a bad track record fighting fighting dragons.
the first fireball hits it squarely and it takes the full brunt of it. The second one, it manages, as it's kind of just a little bit behind it, it ducks down a little bit and avoids some of the damage, but it still takes a good chunk.
You okay? You said that really seriously. Okay.
Okay, that is your turn, and
Big
Brother,
sad.
I
At
bet
the
this
same-
thing has like 400 hit points.
probably the fucking dragon.
it is now Yarik's turn. As Yarik,
Yarik.
Don't hit our fucking barbarian again.
sorry.
But
Um,
that's like his job. He keeps getting hit by all of his teammates.
Yeah,
I didn't hit you with
exactly.
fireball.
I didn't hit you with an arrow
So-
this time.
This time,
Yark,
fucker.
Yark also runs up to get closer to everything. He's actually a little bit closer than you to them
have to
because he
acknowledge
moved up further to get within range of this. And so all of a sudden, all of you see as Yark begins saying blah la 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 la, singing something.
Start singing La La Land soundtrack.
Yeah, he starts singing La La Land sounds, and you see. If I can get to the right thing, please. There we go. This. Where are you hiding?
Where are you hiding? Dun, 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 dun. Where are you hiding? Bum bum bum.
What looks like. Nope, wrong thing I need. I need this one. And you see what looks like an earth elemental.
What?
Why is it not visible?
He's summoning an earth elemental. What a little dude.
This bard over here, he's a Giga Chad.
You know, he might actually be a better bard.
Instead of summoning a fucking useless Pegasus.
It's not loading in just
This
yet.
dude over here.
He's big.
Giga
isn't he?
It's not loading in just yet, but he summons that, and it goes and it bangs
It
its
is
chest
just
a couple
the rock.
times, I need everyone to make perception checks.
I'm far away, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Oh, that was not as good. 11.
Okay.
24.
21.
I'm locked in. Not
You-
perceiving.
You
but,
two notice it's moving kind of oddly, and you actually do notice him next to you, and he's kind of going.
He's like a marionette.
As it doesn't look like it is necessarily real.
It's illusion.
He's fooling.
It's an illusion.
He's just shadow boxing the dragon.
It's fucking
Wait,
real
what?
steel.
Come on, yeah, goddamn, that was
And
me.
that's its turn. That's his turn. So he does that. Ah, now it shows up. There it is.
Yeah.
So that's his turn. It is now Persephone's turn
Alright.
again.
Fireball.
Again. Okay.
That's the only spell I can do from 150 feet away.
All right. Roll damage
I will.
for both of them.
Yep.
While you're
they're
doing
both
that,
5th level.
yep. Bjorn, you're on deck. So think about what you
Wait,
want to do.
hold on. So, if I remember correctly, I got paralyzed, and then my turn came around, and I made the save,
I
and
need
then she
2
did
more.
her fireballs.
I
She
held my
postponed her
turn.
turn.
I
She
need
postponed
two
her
more.
turn. She delayed. She's at the end.
Leon, a d6, please.
Actually, no. Technically, it's not your turn then because you delayed. You're now at the end of the turn. That you're
Okay.
basically your initiative order
That's
moved.
fine. It doesn't change what I'm doing.
No, it doesn't. We just
Okay.
roll your damage and hold on to it
I
because then.
I'm not gonna fucking remember. I'll wait.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna put you at that.
Okay, boo.
So that moved you down to the bottom. There we go. So now it is Bjorn's turn. Bjorn, you're up.
Oh, wow. I wonder what I'll do. Oh, wait. I remember.
Oh,
I
fucking
swing
hit.
recklessly.
Okay.
Let's see. Come on. Give me a
Alright, we'll
crit.
put that in a minute.
I kind of want this dragon to like curb stomp your ass a little bit.
Dude, the only damage I've taken is from that little fucking twerp. 26 to hit.
We are in round
Okay, that
2
hits.
overall, though. In a dragon fight, this is bound to change.
This damage is
So what has he
doing
done
pretty
so
decent.
far?
I got
He's done a
18
breath
damage for
weapon?
slashing.
He's done a
Okay.
breath weapon.
With-
He stood still.
That's great.
9 electric.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for him to move.
Second
Take,
swing.
like 6 opportunity attacks.
No, I don't wanna
Because
do
now that
that.
I'm in the air, if he moves within my start space, I get
Holy
to attack. too.
fuck. Thank you, God, for. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
That would have been that one without that reckless. Yeah, well, that's about more on par with what I normally do. 12. 12 slashing
Okay.
and 5 electric.
Okay.
18 dex save.
Okay.
For, wow, 11. I bet he passed too, little fucker.
He's
So
kind of a
half
big
of
fucker.
whatever 11 is, or 6 or
5. It's
5.
always round
Yep.
down.
Okay. And then, has this guy even budged
Nope.
when I've used that second ability?
Shmim.
That's cool, because I'm going to do it again anyway.
Okay.
What's about to happen again?
Is it even possible for him to fail that? You don't have to answer
I know.
that.
He's
Not
not
going to.
inclined.
All right. Okay, so it is his turn now. On his turn,
Yeah, let's see it, big dog.
Okay.
Don't paralyze me.
How fucking
So-
fun.
Don't paralyze me, please. I said please. You
I
can't do
know.
it now.
On his turn, what he does is
He actually cast
Step-
Quicken on me.
no. Step 1 is
Step 1.
yeah.
I could
Oh.
give you haste, not that it would matter.
Jason, you know I hate multi-step plans.
Okay. So the first thing he does now is he looks at all of you and he roars. Everybody except for Persephone, because everyone else is within 120 feet. Need you to make wisdom saves.
First fear.
I haven't had a single fucking.
We haven't talked about this before. Advantage while raging
Yes.
versus fear. Okay, cool. Cool.
17.
Actually, it does it say you have advantage?
No, that was something that you said last time.
Yes, that's yeah, because I gave it to you. That's right.
Because it sounded.
Yeah, it
makes
sounds
sense.
cool.
Pathfinder does a plus while
Yeah.
raging to will
Yeah,
save.
and
versus
and a
fear.
lot like 3.5. That
would make
also
sense.
that also allows like advantage or
Yeah.
some they even say like you're immune or some shit like that. But
Let's see if it actually helps though. Oh, it might have. 22.
Okay.
I got a 14 and a 15.
15 for Leon and 20 for Cassiope.
17 for gold.
okay, Gold is frightened. Leon is frightened. And let's see. Carbateer might be a little bit scared.
Bjorn yells back at him.
Bellum isn't. And surprisingly, Yarick is not. So
That'd be
you're frightened, but you can move,
That's crazy.
and you're still within 90 feet of him.
My horse is the one that didn't get frightened, and it's fucking
I'm
paralyzed.
too paralyzed to be afraid.
Now,
Like,
here's the other part of it.
I'm so confused.
Is Bjorn? Yeah.
Let's see it, big dog. Natural 20.
No.
Thank you, God.
25 should hit.
Nah, that doesn't hit. Sorry.
Okay. That is
My 18 AC is way too high for
that
that.
is the bite. You take
469.
26 points
Cut
of
it in
damage.
half.
26 points of piercing.
So
Cut in
13.
half to 13.
So this is a magical creature?
Doesn't
Um,
matter. It's still piercing.
Okay. 21 for the claw.
Sorry, my 18 AC is still
Yep.
better.
And a 19 for the second claw.
18 still beats it. I don't know what to tell you.
And then you take
This fucker's got 3 swings. Shit. Yep.
between the two claws. That
You can just put
is
them together
another.
if you want.
That's what I'm saying. Between the two of them, that is 25. So that's gonna be 12
12.
more. Okay, and that's slashing damage.
We're gaming,
Norman,
boys.
No tail. Phoenix tail.
That is
Norman
the end of
walked
his
right up to
turn.
me. Let
It
me
is
tell you
now
everything.
Carpenter's turn.
Phoenix
who
got close, but she's
is
like,
frightened. He can't move any closer because he's frightened,
No,
but he can attempt to save against it at
Which
the
one
end
is
of the
Carpenter?
He's the dwarf.
Okay.
He's not quite up there. He's like 30 feet away, but he's frightened, so he can't move any closer. And he doesn't have any ranged weapons, so he's like, shit.
No.
And he basically, his turn is over. He rolls to see if he passes. He's no longer frightened, but his turn's over. Leon,
Yeah.
you are frightened, but you can still, if you have ranged attacks, you can attack from here because you're not paralyzed. And then
I have to think more. I was thinking, but that got thrown for a loop.
Courage is not the absence of fear, small warrior.
I can't move closer, and I don't have good ranged options. I've got shatter.
Shatter Ajax's bow.
I've got
Not Ajax.
Fuck it. You know what?
Bjorn's my bad.
A little bit.
Fuck.
I got Ajax on my mind.
I do because we talked about it.
How far is car crash?
car crash. Good question. How far is car crash? About 60 miles an hour. Come on, quit
Half
being
a block
slow.
away.
I can't measure it right now on that. Let's see if it'll let me measure it here. But that one's being a dick. But you are approximately 90 feet, like I said.
Splendid. I can't even use vicious monk.
I would love that, Norman.
If he will let you.
Okay, I can't do that.
You don't have a crossbow or something?
No.
You're a dex user.
Fuck off.
Shoot it with your crossbow,
I
Clyde.
can't use shatter. That's also 60 feet.
Now, if he's frightened, but Cassiopeia isn't, and he's riding Cassiopeia.
Cassiopeia is
Cassiopeia's
paralyzed.
I'm just saying, hypothetical. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Would he still be able to move forward if Cassiopeia was the one moving him?
There would be some penalties for it because for him because he's frightened. So
I'm just getting hypothetical
technically-
while he's thinking
technically
out
he
the turn.
could, but at the same time he's frightened. He can't move closer, so
He might jump off
he,
Cassiopeia.
he
or
might
something.
something like that might happen, or he might not, give her the command to move closer because he's
I'm
scared.
scared.
Yeah.
Let's see it, big dog.
I'm figuring it out.
I take the dodge action.
I don't want to fucking use a 6th level spell slot on this
I used
stupid.
a 7, a 6, I'm about to use 2
I
5s.
do not care. Your actions don't determine mine. I have no fireball.
No, I'm just saying, I went hard.
Well, you need to make a decision here.
You. I'm going to target you.
Okay, you need to make a decision that counts in game, or I'm going to have to bypass your turn.
You can't blame me for taking a while. I've
No,
been
I
looking
can't,
at
but-
my options.
I can't, but I am going to say you need to make a decision.
Okay. Fuck. I'm going to cast Chain Lightning.
Okay.
It'll hit just him. It's such a waste.
I need him to make a.
Does it hit just him?
Yeah, because it only arcs to targets that I choose, so it's not
Okay,
gonna,
that's good.
Yeah.
it's not gonna arc
That's
to you.
Let's say the one thing I have resistance to
I
is the
mean,
one thing
we-
that you don't.
We could do like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where it's like Iron Man and Thor. And
You
like
charge
a
his, you charge his
yeah.
axe.
Anyway, yeah,
That
I
would
need
go
a
hard.
DC 18 dex save.
Okay.
If he failed, he will take 44 lightning. If he succeeded, he will take 22.
Norman hates me.
Bro walked right up to me and demanded
He's
that
not
I
the
pet
only
him.
one.
And
Really?
That's my turn. Does
He walked
Cassiopeia
up,
get
he did
a?
the,
Norman looked at me and
like,
said,
leany
"Yawn."
thing, and I was
What
like,
the-
alright, bud.
Norman, you whore.
This bitch.
All right.
Okay.
Does Cassiopeia get a paralyzed save?
Yes, and you get a save again
For
since it's your
fear?
turn for the versus the fear. So yours is wisdom, Cassiopeia's is calm.
Yep.
So make your rolls.
Cassiopeia got an 11, so fuck me.
Cassiopeia has to fuck you now.
Yeah, apparently on 11 it does. and-
Yikes.
It would be more entertaining than doing fuck
That's such a
all.
low roll for a fuck.
Okay, and then
But it was a
you
horse.
said wisdom for
For
It's amazing.
Leon.
that's an 8.
It
Okay.
tastes just like raisins.
All right. So
I like that.
at the end of Leon's turn,
My horse, my horse is amazing.
Big K. That's what I'm calling him now.
Carcass.
To not say his name. Yeah. Or Carcass. But Big K.
Now, kid.
Now he's starting to get a little bit pissed off. He's going to use a legendary action.
Yeah.
There we go.
Come
He's actually spending 2 actions,
No.
and
A double multi
I need-
attack against you.
I need a dexterity save from you.
Could I see it?
Yeah.
Good.
As he
That
rears
means I
up
get
and his
advantage.
wings go. "Whoo."
I don't think it matters though. How about a strength save? Would you settle for that?
Nope.
Damn.
Oscar says, "Kill him."
No.
I'm fucking trying.
Wow. I got a natural
You know,
one and
Oscar
a
is
7.
referring to
Okay.
the
9.
kill
Good luck.
Bjorn.
Yep. Yep. So,
Probably.
you take
Yeah.
a whopping total of 15 reduced to 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Sweet.
but you are knocked prone. And as he does that, he lifts up into the air. Ah, come on, stupid thing. Why does it always log out that damn thing? It doesn't stay logged in unless you're on there forever. Okay, so he then lifts up into the air.
Stay within 20 feet of the ground. I dare you, you stupid dragon.
And
My ring of jumping is still.
and he goes up into the air about 30 feet.
You coward!
He's not a coward, he's smart. Remember, he only seems dumb because his ego. But you pissed him off, and now he's
Yeah, but
his
Bjorn
ego
is
doesn't
dumb.
play.
He's going to shout coward at this
Oh
dragon.
yeah, absolutely. Go for it. At the end of that, it is now Bellum's turn. Bellum, being that they got rid of being frightened, or rid of being paralyzed, and didn't get frightened, starts running up. So runs up and gets about the same place that Carpetier is. So they're about 30 feet away from you and the big illusory rock thing.
He casts
Which-
brain blast on Bjorn again.
Doesn't seem to do anything, so I mean it looks like it was swinging, but it wasn't really having an effect.
This little rascal. What's he doing?
Disculpe.
And then it is now
he's
Gold's turn.
So, frightened, I have to flee as far as I can.
No, you just cannot move closer, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls as long as the object of your fear is in place, that you can see it.
Well, then I suppose I'll go ahead and, I think I have to roll it at disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for the fear?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to roll at disadvantage.
He's attacking.
Oh, you're attacking.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were
No.
rolling. You're rolling to save against fear again. I thought you
No,
were
no, no.
ending my turn.
No, I'm going to make my attacks at disadvantage because
Yep.
I have a plus 11 to hit. I might as well try.
Yeah, sure.
Because I already have Hunter's Mark on Horizon Walker feature, so I'm going
Mhm.
to try and add on additional dice.
You got it.
First roll
It's about right how much you pour.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, it's a finger. You're good.
Yeah.
A finger.
15.
I
Does
love
it hit?
counting fingers.
That does not.
Very well. Then on to second attack. That was cocked as fuck.
Cock.
Cock.
25.
That hits.
All right, so that's a D6, a D8.
And Oscar clarified. He didn't mean kill you. He meant kill the monster.
Good save, Oscar.
I love that you're on our side.
No, he was talking to the monster.
All right,
Yes.
so my
You
second
wanted the
attack
monster.
after the first arrow missed its
I
mark
took the
will be
first one.
22 force damage.
Nice.
It'll
Not
just
bad.
it'll blast it like somewhere in the collarbone.
Not bad for being a for being
A frightened little
disadvantaged.
bitch. Yeah. At the end of my turn, I'll go ahead and re-roll the save.
Mhm.
What's the save?
For the fear is wisdom.
That is a 21.
You are no longer frightened.
Cool.
Gracious.
Okay.
You did it.
At the end of
You're
your
done it.
turn. Da.
At the end of
No,
your
he's
turn,
gonna
legendary
save
action
that.
fear.
He's not going to do that right now. So
if
it's
you
Percy's
pass the
turn.
fear save, you can't be.
So
feared.
let's get your
Fire.
fireballs.
Well,
Really?
for dragons.
Roll your damage.
Oh, that's cool.
or,
I'm metagaming. I don't care. I can't do jack shit.
I need 2 more d6s.
Yeah, I know that.
Here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here's
Yep.
a D6.
I got
I
them.
already got 'em.
Oh, alright. Fine. Fuck my dice.
Gross.
How many of those are shit?
All of them. Fuck.
I will re-roll 1, 2, 3. I can do up to 5.
Might as well take the 3s.
Yeah, 50-50 shot of getting better.
Well, I got the 3s back, but the rest.
We
of
got some
them
more
are through.
6s. 12. 7.
Boop. Boop. And I have to use sourcey points. I have to use at least that many sourcey points.
Alright. Here you go.
And I do it again.
That is 47 on the first one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
And
Really nice.
I don't even think I need to bother re-rolling those, so I'll keep that.
And I will take my 2 d6s back when you're done.
44.
All right. Excellent.
Jen, what the fuck?
I'm mad.
I don't know how this is working.
Dragon.
One second.
He's not a moon tough fire. I said. The only spell I can do from very far away.
Can you do this again or what?
At 4th level,
Alright.
I did my
I was about
7.
to say, as
I
long
did
as
my
the
6,
DM is
I did
allowing,
both of my 5.
Quicken to do what it's doing.
Yeah, I mean that's how it works. All right, so yeah, Yarrick realizes that their illusion isn't fucking working, so drops that. So this guy goes away. Drink.
Good job, Yarrick.
And then Yark moves up closer, is now standing next to Leon and Cassiopeia, and
She used lesser
Reaches out a hand.
restoration.
puts a hand on your leg because you're on the horse. You can't reach any place. Puts a hand on your leg and begins to sing, and the melody is soothing. And as that is going, you are no longer frightened.
Did he use lesser restoration?
No.
What did he use?
He used a special ability that he had.
Well, whatever the case is, this guy's my favorite character in the entire campaign.
You do be my simp.
Gold is right there.
Yeah, well, can you unfrighten me?
said.
No, you're in the fucking air, dude.
And you're in the air.
This guy can't fly. So,
Leon's also in the air
That's-
though, so.
I'm not.
no, he's not.
Oh, I assume Cassiopeia was always flying.
No, she's
no,
paralyzed.
I'm dead on the
yeah,
ground.
I'm
Actually, technically,
flying
no.
in the air.
If you were on Cassiopeia, you are in the air.
No, because
it's
she
a
got
horse.
paralyzed. They would have
It
fallen.
doesn't even matter. Horse.
Yeah.
Leon,
I'm not always flying the
not
fucking.
touching.
Yeah.
I just
No, not being
assumed
flying
she
the
was.
horse. You're not touching the ground.
She's walking.
Anyway,
Oh, I see what you know. What? I'm stupid. You're smart. I owe you $1,000.
I fucking
I'll take
wish.
Mhm.
okay.
You
So
know what I do with $1,000?
that was
Take me.
Yarrick's turn. Bjorn, you're up.
I
Mhm.
can't really swing recklessly. I shout,
I'm just like
Hard.
$100.
Okay.
And is there a tree near me?
Technically, I wiped out most of the trees.
I know,
in
but
the
that's
area,
why I'm
but
asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could probably get to one.
He's within 30 feet, you said?
He's 30 feet in the air.
I start climbing a tree.
Okay. So I will move you.
Does he look like, I know like how turns work. Is he like hovering or does he look like he's about to dive?
No, he's kind of hovering there.
All right, yeah, I climbed the tree.
Okay, so
I pooped the
you,
pig.
yoink, are
Yes, sir.
there. You go. I've got you flying just to indicate that you're climbing up a tree. So you're climbing up this tree over here, to the right.
Yep.
Okay. So that is what you are doing. And let me zoom out just a little bit so that people can see a little bit more of what is going on. So now, that's your turn. It is his turn. With the
Mhm.
illusion of the earth elemental gone, he looks around and he repositions himself. Let's see. Yep, he is going to go and move himself over this way.
This little fucking weasel.
And
You're a weasel with
He's
wings.
like, that elf is somewhere over here.
turn.
That's right, that elf. I'm gonna fuck that elf.
And basically what he's trying to do, let's see if he can. He's smart enough to do this, so he is
He's gonna
going to
breath
get in a
weapon
position
us too.
where, yep, Ed is going to catch essentially everybody except for Carbateer and Bellum, who moved up here, and Bjorn, who's up a tree over there.
And he's
He's hitting everybody.
because I was like 150 feet away, but I know he moved. So
Yeah, he moved to get an angle.
So at my point elevation, he's targeting it like at the base of me then.
It's it's kind of coming down at an angle. I need all of you to make con saves.
Jason.
This is how it was for me for the first quarter of the campaign, by the way.
Yeah.
Jason, how fucked am I with a 6?
No, that is gonna fail.
how about 18?
Hold on, I'm
How about, like,
working
how
on adding right
fucked
now,
it-
guys.
I will remember us. Leon and Gold, as we fall, we catch hands, look into each other's eyes. Our necks snap as we hit the floor.
Okay,
Relatable.
so
Ugh.
for everyone but Bjorn, you had a what?
18.
Okay, you had a 6.
17 Leon, 4 Cassie.
Okay, and let's see about him. Ooh, ouch.
I didn't even get my turn to go up.
Okay,
I was gonna move up 60 feet.
everybody who failed takes 74 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Is he within 60 feet of me?
Holy smokes.
Electron?
I'm sorry.
mm,
74 points. Did I hear that right?
Yep, 74. No, it looks like he is 78.2 feet away.
I can't help
So
it for
at this time, we're not being petrified. We're just
Straight up
Getting
necrotic
ass
damage. 74 necrotic damage.
74 is a lot of my health.
The poop dragon his ass blasted.
What is the spell save DC for that? Oh no, sorry, for my concentration.
Before your concentration, you took 74 points. There's no
Half.
way you can make it. Well, are you talking about the fly
Humor
or
me.
about what?
Well, fly is a potion.
Right, that's what I was going to say. You don't have to do that.
I'm asking about my hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark gone.
Humor me.
Gone.
What's this DC?
Half of 74, so that would be 37.
If I roll in at 20, can I keep it?
Technically,
Why the fuck not?
Nope. Okay. I tried. I
Yeah.
I asked. It's okay. Leon, we're not petrified. It's okay.
It doesn't matter. My horse is instantly dead.
Fuck your horse.
Your horse was
Leon.
paralyzed.
Stop fucking
Doesn't
your horse,
matter.
please.
I know, but it was paralyzed, so it wasn't like it was healthy right now.
If it unparalyzed,
Well, maybe.
it
Roll.
didn't get to do a goddamn thing.
Um,
Not the cup.
and at the end of his turn, he
Playing.
settles back to the ground.
Yeah, you little bitch.
Boom. Right in front of Gold. And just his teeth are now separating, his jaw opening, and he's salivating. And it is Carpetier's turn, who now, actually at the end of his last turn, I should roll
36.
for him. Okay, he's not frightened anymore either. So
38.
on this round, Carpetier's turn. Carpetier runs up now that he's close enough and attempts to smack him twice. Actually hits twice. Doing some damage.
I fucking suck.
And now it is Leon's turn.
Oh boy.
You are now very close,
Looks like I'm fucking raging.
You are
like, oh,
within range, I think, of pretty much every spell you want to do.
shriveled
Because you
up.
should be within about 30 feet. Nope, sorry, you're within close to 60. We'll call it 60.
Oh. Cassiopeia died, so Leon just
Well,
hits his
no,
ass on
she
the
wasn't
ground.
on the ground. Or she was on the ground, so
I
you're not
know.
that far
Yeah,
to
but
fall.
But I still fell
No.
from horse height and landed on my ass.
I mean, that should be
Gone.
enough that
Fair enough.
you should be fine though.
No, yeah, I'm just descriptional.
You're nimble enough you wouldn't have fallen on your ass.
Dog, I have been hit by 2 status effects in a row. I'm pretty sure I
Brother, you are fine.
He's demoralized. This is part of the spell.
Don't lean into the demoralization. You are fine, Leon.
My horse.
Stand proud, small warrior.
You're a
I shout from the
superhero.
treetops.
Hey, how is everyone?
As I see you leaning the fucking tree back and forth.
Closer.
How
Trying to
is
get to the ground and slingshot, like
How
trying to
is-
shave myself.
Not great.
how is everyone looking?
Not great.
TPK.
Not
I'm
great.
under-
Yeah,
first of
Black,
all,
Black Lion Arm says TPK.
Black lion arms. No.
I'm
Black Lion Arms. What the fuck, man? What is your issue?
He's just saying.
TPK?
He's just saying.
You know what? Super chat it if you feel it. Okay? You know what? Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything. TPK? Nah, whatever. I'm gonna keep eating my pretzels.
You do that. All right, so Leon.
They're amazing.
Okay, so I'm low health. He's low health. What's he how his Bjorn looking?
He's been hit a little bit. But
Bjorn is
Probably fine.
Derek the Destroyer.
I think I've taken more
I'm
damage. I've only
sorry.
been
Do
hit
I see
once.
the name Thrust Valve?
Yes.
Thrust Valve, you got a great name. I love that.
Bjorn has a few cuts and is desperately trying to get closer to this
Oh,
dragon. That's what
also-
you
Yarick is down.
Okay.
see. Rip Yark.
He's just halfling.
Um,
Bard.
and the other 2 NPCs.
The other two were not in the cone. They were because they had
How
run
are
up
they-
towards
So
him.
how are they looking? Have been hurt at all?
They haven't really been hurt. They've just been frightened or paralyzed, and then they finally got out.
And
of it.
you are
I'm
spotless.
not. No, I took that breath weapon.
Oh,
Yeah, she's hurt big time.
I'll manage.
I don't know
but,
how she's still up.
because I have
More than 74 hit points.
okay. I'm no fucking
Not many
good
more.
at math, so do me a massive solid.
Who are they calling Derek? Just
The
see
dragon is Derek, maybe.
It's okay.
Remember,
I got my
AKA
calculator
Derek.
out,
Yeah.
Leon. You
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead.
Do me a massive solid, Dad.
We got it.
I'm gonna what?
We got it calculated.
No,
That's
just,
not what I'm talking.
just
Well,
We can do
Let
you
him-
a medium
shush, let him
solid
talk.
at this.
I don't get to talk in this campaign.
just
It's
talk
okay.
over us. That's what I have to do.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds.
There you
Okay.
go.
I shoot it. It goes 60 feet out, and then it
Straight to
creates,
Bjorn.
it creates a 30-foot radius orb.
okay.
So I want to hit as many of my friends who are hurt as possible.
Okay.
Is that okay?
That is perfectly okay for you to try to do that. Let's see here. So 30-foot
think I did
radius.
that.
Let's see.
I couldn't quite hear you.
30-foot
Pick up a little bit
radius.
next time.
That's close enough. I think
Did he say he shoots?
Depending
shoots
on
at
the
60
position
feet,
of
or
it,
You can
No?
shoot it out up to 60 feet.
Mods, ban this guy.
you know what I will
Trying to
say.
negotiate with a terrorist.
Your choices are this.
Mhm.
Your choices are this. You
Fine,
can
don't hit me.
you can catch yourself, Persephone, Yarick, and well, Cassiopeia is not there anymore. Or you could catch yourself, Yarick, and Gold. And well, let's see here. let's move this over this way and put it to the right size.
So swords. The issue is we don't have an intelligent creature on our party. Otherwise, we would have been fine.
And I will say you could actually catch yourself, Yart, Gold, and
Chad, is this
Bjorn.
Chat.
No,
Is
just
this
don't worry
guy
about it.
bait?
So it's
I got a potion.
It doesn't.
Fine.
Okay.
it's either
Bro, this isn't based at all. This is
you,
about as acidic as
Yark,
it
and
gets.
her, or you, Yark, and those two.
Yeah, hit
Okay,
more
well,
people.
I'm gonna hit him and him and him and Yarick.
Okay.
Whoa, I'm getting healed?
Yeah. So
You can heal off the damage that Munchkin did to me.
it's okay. We roll high in this house.
That's right, George.
We
Now
do?
anyway.
I
No,
didn't
we
get the
don't.
memo.
No, 14 HP to all four
Nice.
dudes.
You actually heal pretty much exactly the damage that the Munchkin
Mhm.
did.
And
And that's I'm gonna like hide behind a tree.
Okay.
Thank you, small warrior. I
the-
shout from the
I am at
treetops.
exactly half HP.
at the end of your turn,
feel
uses a
rejuvenated.
legendary action as his tail whips around and smacks Gold, who's right in front of him.
He sees me get a second win. No, not in my desert.
And you take
Just
12 points of bludgeoning damage.
You get it too.
+2, believe it or not.
I'll be honest, Chief. I expected more damage from the dragon. I'm kind of surprised. Here.
It's not about the damage. It's
Oh
about
no, you
Sending a
shut the
message.
fuck up. No. Don't smirk at me.
Now
no.
make a con save.
No.
I rolled low.
I don't care, Jason. Don't smirk at me.
All right.
Give me false hope.
Bellum now also runs up next to the dragon
Bella.
and attempts to smack him.
It's not
Misses
about
on
the
one,
damage, it's about
hits on the
fact
other.
That it's salt in my wound. Because I just
Okay, does some damage. And I need, or I will say, I will allow perception checks from anyone who wants to make them.
What am I trying to? Would I logically have a reason to perceive? Is this something the dragon is doing?
That's
Yeah.
a nat 20 for me.
How does a 30 sound?
Whoa.
Sounds
makes my
very,
nat 20
it sounds
seem like-
30-ish.
How does a 2 sound?
Very
That
low.
sounds
for a
higher
nine.
than my 23.
Yeah.
Good thing the DC was 8, right?
So,
Thank God.
The
net
dragon's
20
super
for you.
bloody.
What did you get again? Going on.
23.
30.
I'm very focused on
Okay.
how I'm getting from the tree to this dragon.
You guys-
I rolled a 30 on perception. Can I get all of my hit points and my spell slots and my horseback?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how
No.
that works.
Um,
I tried.
but you do notice
So
that
hard to pull them fast.
Big K is looking pretty beat up now.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Shame.
But Gold is it is your turn.
Strike true.
My turn, huh?
Mhm.
I don't have a great charisma score, but I'm gonna try this anyway, rather than dealing damage.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna pull out my legendary sword.
Okay.
You gonna offer that?
No, I'm not offering shit.
You have a history of
Other
offering
than his
powerful
surrender.
items to dragons. Have my only other weapon, dragon.
Listen, one time does not make it a trend.
That's 100%, sir.
100% of the time.
I'm gonna point my legendary sword at this dragon,
Okay.
silver flame in hand, and I'm going to go ahead and in Draconic say, "Flee now, and your life might be spared.
No.
Continue
no,
fighting,
no.
and you will die."
Don't be a pussy, Gold. You are so lucky that was in Draconic. You are so fucking lucky.
So, what are you? Is this a persuasion check, I assume, or intimidation?
Don't you?
I think
dare.
the check is the same for me.
Oh, perfect. I think
So-
it would have to be intimidation.
Not a
Well,
chance an
so-
egomaniac dragon takes this.
You know what? I will take intimidation.
Mhm.
I, for some reason, have fucking proficiency in that skill.
Okay.
You're,
Roll
you're a veteran, that's why.
Soldier skill, yeah. That was right out the tray. That was not much better.
Fail.
A 6.
Fail.
Okay.
So I'll let you know. Out of the tray, roll the 1. In the tray, roll the 2.
Okay.
Run away, and we might let you.
He stuttered his
Trembling.
voice.
Okay, hold on. Gold and Leon. Gold, inspiration for the attempt. Leon, inspiration for the fucking joke with the yes. So,
Holy shit! I almost have enough.
Are you doing
inspiration
anything
points
else
to
on your
buy a
turn?
Fuck to give.
That's pretty funny.
You doing a turn?
you doing anything else on your turn other than trying to intimidate?
No, you know what? I am so solid in my speech to this dragon. Gold does not fucking do anything but commit, but exude a magical aura of power against this dragon. I don't
Alright.
give a shit. I'm intimidating, whether he sees it or not.
All right. So, at the end of your turn, he uses a legendary action. The tail whips back around and smacks you with a 23 to hit. And this time you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's your punishment for being on some pussy shit.
Bro thinks he's
Thank you for the sub, BB Checker. BB Stacker.
BB check.
Shush you.
Thanks for the subscription.
take that as
Now
straight
allow us
away.
to
Fuck you.
mispronounce your name.
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, BB Stacker. We appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you.
We're stacking big booties.
Yes.
What?
Also-
Where are all these viewers coming from tonight?
Well,
What
that,
did
that
you-
was on Twitch.
What did
But
you
we've got a
do?
lot of.
I'm a check.
I'm a checker too.
You're
There you go.
goddamn
See,
right.
there you go.
Incredible.
But that was on Twitch. But we also got some YouTube viewers, and on TikTok, it says we got 64 viewers.
I don't
And
understand.
we've also gotten some diamonds and some likes from them. So thank you for
Luckily, we don't
for
have
all
to.
that.
No shot.
Okay, so
Brother, where are all these people coming from?
Why is
I'm
this a
happy.
successful
The
stream
internet.
when I'm actually
Because
not
we're fighting a
doing
dragon.
I was
That's
on
because
TikTok.
it's a
Oh, thank you.
dragon. That's all it is.
Dragon.
We're actively fighting a dragon in Dungeons
Some
and
of us are
Yes.
fighting a dragon. Some of us are negotiating with terrorists.
Yeah, I offered it its life.
I want to hear your story.
I
Please
know-
run away, Mr. Dragon.
Inspiration for
Thank
that.
you.
I think for
Daniel, do you
me,
not know that I was trying to bait the dragon this whole goddamn
No, I don't,
time?
because you were talking in Draconic.
You're right, you don't.
Fucker.
He doesn't
Alright.
speak bullshit.
So,
This guy doesn't speak dragon.
getting back to it.
Let it be my
After
turn.
that, it is Persephone's turn.
Okay, is it a bonus action to make a potion?
Blame the DM for the.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm gonna chug a potion and I'm gonna fireball.
True. Hey, that's what I do.
Okay, if he could fail,
I do
the
both.
dex check
I
for me.
multitask. Sorry about that. What was that?
He needs to fail a dex check for me.
Well, he needs to roll a deck check, whether or
No,
not
no,
it
he
fails.
needs to fail it.
Has he been passing the? Has he been rolling for decks on
Yeah.
those
Yeah, I need
fireballs?
one more d6.
Okay. And are you doing one fireball?
Yeah, one
He's
and then
been
just chug
passing
a
all
potion.
my
Yeah.
dex checks.
And I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah.
Now how am I supposed to do 11 points of damage? At best.
Take that one.
Actually, 12.
I was gonna say, isn't it 2d6?
Yeah.
No, it's actually 1d6, 1d5.
I don't think I've ever rolled 2 6s on those dice. Not one single time, I don't think. In fact, I've rolled
Those are
2
really bad.
1s a whole bunch of times. It's supposed to be equal chances.
How the fuck do you flirt with people?
I don't know.
Beats the fuck out of me, friend.
All right. What do we got for the damage?
38.
Okay.
So that's the secret about
I've had-
flirting, right?
I've had
You-
2 5-year relationships
don't
and
know.
both crashed and burned.
Damn, 5 years.
Hey,
Yep.
That's
All for
Alright.
nothing. Big waste of time.
I had an almost 17-year relationship.
My condolences.
How?
You win.
I think my relationship can't ever leave unless I chop off my hand. Think about it.
I don't want to think about that. Thank you.
This
Um,
lovely.
Yeah, I don't want.
I didn't have to think
Alright.
very hard, sir.
Is that the end of your turn, Percy?
Yes.
All right.
You forget we're playing D&D.
Is there? How, can
does
I
that mean?
roll this? In?
Mm.
What
Don't
are
look at
you
me.
trying to imply here?
I just work here.
So at the end of that
Anyways,
turn,
this buffalo blue cheese
it
dip
is now the
really
top of the
good.
round,
Not sponsored.
and Yark's got a death save.
Didn't I fucking heal that guy?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it
right. No,
did.
you healed him. That's right. So
He
actually,
gets a
he's
life
up.
save.
How much?
It was 14.
14. Okay.
Anyways, he's still rolling death.
He's rolling death saves because fuck you in particular, Leon. Fuck you and your stupid.
He was
blind
actually
Sorry, I
stage
just forgot
4
to add the hit
cancer.
points.
I know.
before this now.
You should take
fucking-
one.
He was in stage four cancer.
You should.
He's actually just dying right now of natural causes.
So,
That's not.
you are also still right near him,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and
Cancer does
I
have
also want to
eventually.
move, so I'm not continuously in that same line of.
In that
breath
same
weapon.
area?
Very
Yeah.
Okay, where and how do you want to
Yeah, I
move? Do you want to
know.
move to the
How-
side or forward
How
or back?
far at the end of the
I know, but
cone or
we-
whatever?
You
it
were
was?
about 10 feet into the cone.
Okay, so I'm gonna move like 15 feet back and sideways.
Okay, so you kind of hop over this.
yeah,
hill
just
a
so
little
I'm not in like.
Cat,
the...
what is bro doing?
bit. So you move that way, and then
Who?
Yarrick,
Her, she just
being
left
up,
the
next,
battle area.
being up next to
Oh,
you,
I've got 150 feet worth of.
and
See ya, uglies.
I've been leaving since I got here.
I'm just gonna walk the other way.
And he goes,
Enjoy my fight.
you see, Yarrick kind of stands up, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
I didn't hear no bell.
And then he looks at her and goes, "Fuck it," and he begins singing, and it is literally like some kind of war ballad.
Watch it.
And as it's going, as he's getting into it, within that first 6
I
seconds,
was thinking of
as
that
he's
earlier.
getting into it,
That's very funny.
everybody hears this song, and you feel strong. You all are under the effect of a bless.
Okay, that's pretty well.
Plus 1d4, baby. D4.
Okay, and that goes for attacks and saves.
Yeah, it doesn't help me on my fireball.
Yeah.
Bjorn, it is your turn.
How far away is Mr. Carcass? How far is this wing? It looks awfully close.
It looks awfully close. You could do your little jumpy trick. and
Yeah,
you
I
could
would
actually
love-
you could actually get onto that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag my axe down that wing.
All right, so you're gonna jump over there,
Yes,
onto the
sir.
ring, and
And
attempt
And I'm going to activate Rage since I didn't get hit or swing last round and
All
get
right.
an extra 20 feet of movement.
All right, nice. AC/DC Thunder. Yes, that is exactly what Yarrick is.
That's his whole character's AC/DC song.
Yes.
Kick.
That's right. And I am going to recklessly attack into his wing. Maybe he'll even let me do some damage to it. Like the wing part, so he can't fly away from me like a fucking coward again.
Nah.
I think that'd be cool, I think. Shall I go ahead and roll damage?
There we go. See,
I'll roll the hit.
There we go.
I should probably...
yes, you have to roll the hit first. So there we go. You guys see Bjorn leap out of a fucking tree, get over towards his wing, and just dig his axe in, or at least attempt to.
Does an 18 hit?
18 does not.
Wow. I rolled a 1 on the D4 on Bliss.
Hey, I think I've cracked the code and put it in.
So,
That's very nice for you, friend.
Hey, baby girl, do you like crazy people? You're bound to like at least one of the voices in my head.
Are you a potato? Because I want to peel your skin off.
oh god.
My favorite is...
Anything else on your turn, or is that it?
I am swinging again.
Okay. You got it. So he goes, boom, and he kind of misses as the wing moves a little bit, but he comes back around. And what'd you get?
24.
You hit with that, catches the wing with his axe. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's original for my boy Eli.
That's going to
Hey,
be
baby girl.
14 slashing.
Are you whiskey? 'Cause you're bad for my liver.
4
In small
electric.
quantities, it's fine.
He will make a dex save of 18
In large quantities, it's super
He will?
detrimental.
for 8, so I guess 4 if you pass. And then make a strength save, please.
Yep.
So am I on his wing then?
Yeah, sure. You're like, you've got the axe like dug into his wing.
I assume you know the things where they like get onto a flag and they slide down with it.
That's what I said
what I
first,
pictured
yeah.
you doing.
Yeah.
But I missed my first hit.
Yeah,
I don't
you still-
deserve something cinematic and cool
Oh,
like
okay.
that for
Fair.
missing.
I agree. Fuck you.
Yeah,
All right.
this is your
fuck
punishment,
on.
Bjorn.
Yeah. All right. So
I wanna try.
at the
If I have any more movement
Would you like
after
to try
that,
it in the buffalo sauce.
I will move closer to the dragon. If I don't, I will stay put.
at the
They're very good.
well, I mean,
Better with
you're
buffalo
right there.
sauce.
You're kind of
Got
out of
blue
movement
cheese
at
in
this
it.
point
Slut.
Yeah.
because you
Fair
leapt
enough.
from a tree that was actually a ways away.
I couldn't
There you
really
are.
see
wish I was.
measurement, so that's why I said if I have
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're kind of done on the movement.
Yep.
So.
All right, that's
All
my
right.
turn.
At the end of its turn, you being on its wing, it's not happy with that. The tail whips around and definitely hits you.
Somebody chop this guy's tails off a la Monster Hunter.
and
Come on.
You
I'm
take
trying.
I was thinking more like
you
Dark
take
Souls
25 reduced to 12 of bludgeoning damage as the tail smacks you, trying to knock you off, but it doesn't unseat you from your perch. Okay, but now it is his turn.
Oh, that wasn't his turn.
No, that was his last legendary action. That go round.
Big sad. Go ahead, breath weapon me on your own wing,
He
doofus.
did get his breath weapon back.
No, that was a joke.
I just rolled it. I rolled a 5. and
Jason,
need
I
a 5
haven't
or
gotten a
6.
turn to raise myself in elevation yet. Don't do this to me.
What other things?
Jason, don't do this to me,
does
please.
bless
No.
do? Is it just
Jason,
a-
no. No.
I like shaving throat.
Not the smirk.
If I get and set up one
Okay.
of these stream
Thank you.
avatars, is it enabled for the stream? Sounds cool. I actually have to, good question there, BB Stecker. I actually have to look into that. I tried setting those up a long time ago. I haven't messed with them in a long time, so I don't know if they actually work.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
I wouldn't deal with it now. Maybe I'll see if I can get to testing it out again before next stream. But I wouldn't worry about. I wouldn't try to do that right now. All right. So it did get its breath weapon back, and now it is on the ground, and it once again has some targets.
I'm behind a tree. I told you this.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
not how it
You've
works.
seen what he did to the rest of this forest.
So I will need once again everybody except
It was
Persephone,
like, unless this bitch
except
moved.
Bjorn because you're on the wing,
Yeah.
and except for
I'm a
Cartier and
stupendous
Bellum.
tank.
Okay.
I literally have to roll a 69 to ensure Jason targets me down.
Oh, thank you. Sent me on Messenger. Oh, here, let me take a look.
Oh shit.
Wow. Ain't that something?
Thank you. I almost forgive you for trying to give this dragon an out from earlier.
Here, just
Yes, yes.
text it to me, Rob, if you don't mind, because it's not
Did you
showing
see
up
that?
on here.
He's private messaging the DM.
Cheers, swords.
What do you think is gonna happen?
Give the dragon back 200 HP. Here's $10.
Jason, I did the absolute best I could. I rolled a 19 without rolling a nat 20. That's
Okay.
the best I could do.
Sounds like a nat 20 is the best you could have done.
Yeah, he still hasn't told me what I need to roll.
It will
A
be
D20.
con.
Yeah, so 19, yeah.
Or sorry, with this, yeah, con.
I will remember Leon.
I fucking hate this fight.
We just need less con saves. That's what it is.
No,
I'm good at
Instead, the
con.
DM should be
I-
rolling
I-
intelligence.
I need the
10.
DM to play the dragon like a dragon,
Proficiency.
where he doesn't blow his load.
Look, you want me to
I
play
don't
him like a
know
real
how to
dragon?
play
I have a +10 and I have
Sir, can
He
you
would be
shut
hovering the
fuck
entire time,
up?
staying out of reach,
You would.
and destroying
He
you.
would, which I would get use out of my
20
horse.
Constitution and
but
proficiency.
also,
How do you
Like
have
a real
+10?
dragon who apparently has a big ego, he
16
wouldn't even see us as
proficiency,
worthy
cloak
of a breath
protection.
weapon initially.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, I'm
Still
not
doesn't
kidding you.
add up.
I've done a shit ton of
According to
research on
this, it does.
dragons.
Okay.
We
good for you.
did name drop
I don't
some
know.
big motherfuckers.
You
though.
did.
I gotta
Yeah,
tell
and
You
him.
said you had big, powerful friends.
And he didn't seem to give a shit.
Well, yeah, but I have a.
He did when you
16
mentioned
charisma,
Mitra.
Well,
and then
not
clearly
enough.
Something else. I have no
You have
idea.
18 Constitution?
So-
No.
Then you do not have the
According to this, I do.
Constitution save.
I don't know how I do, but I do. That's what it says. And the DM. told
Oh
me
my god! Chat.
Omeg chat. Oviedo
Oh my
middle-aged
God.
gamers.
Okay.
Yo, Millie.
What do
Omeg chat, you got it. Okay. So, all right.
Can I take my
None of
turn
none
before
of you
go
this
to-
session have yet told me that you need to poo. So I need everyone to make a concentration check, a con save. I get to choose the DC on it to avoid pooping your pants.
A con save, you say?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
That's 24.
Okay. You definitely do not poop.
Is a 15.
You do not poop.
That's crazy that I succeed on the not shit yourself save.
26.
You do not poop.
Okay, cool.
Jason. I rolled a 5.
You poop your pants.
Do I get advantage if I shit myself in real life this week?
I hate this game.
No, unfortunately, I don't want to have anything to do with real life shitting your pants.
Damn, I don't get disadvantage.
I will say because they are already in, or I'm gonna have to roll for this because they're already up Shit's Creek.
The poop dragon.
I am not gonna penalize them too hard for failing it. I'm just gonna say that, yeah,
You admit
you kind of.
Actually, it's actually a positive trait. We were meant to fail this roll. So the
We'll-
dragon has
we'll
a
see.
heightened sense of smell.
We'll see what happens. I'm gonna incorporate it.
bro, did
we'll
you
see
shit
what happens.
yourself?
So,
The guy looks at me eye level and draconic. Bro, did you really? I'm sorry.
You're awfully scary.
I have IBS. Fuck.
Stop being so scary.
Up here, buddy.
That's not something normal people usually fist bump over.
Well, yeah, normal people also don't have fucking IBS.
It's the apparently they do.
It's the fuck yeah, not having a disability, bruh.
Yeah, that was
You guys are like the
awful.
Charmin
That was
Bears.
a horrible
Okay.
fist bump.
We fucking love
Okay.
shitting.
Exactly.
so once
Let that be
again,
quoted.
gold. Your
Fucking
total is
I
19.
don't give a shit. Well, I guess I do give
What was yours?
15.
Not for the
Oh,
for the Constitution save. For
Not the pooping
not
save.
the pooping.
it was like 10 or something.
Okay.
You
all
get
right.
more shit than the usual person.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
gold.
I've got a gift for you, old man.
You take 33 points of necrotic damage.
All right, so let that be known, Jason. That knocks me down.
Yep.
And because I'm in the air,
He doesn't get back up again.
I'm gonna fall.
Yep.
From 15 feet,
You're fucking me.
which makes me take damage, I believe.
Yep.
Do
So
I
it's
hold on.
2 failed death saves
No.
immediately, right?
No, that's only one. You only take
Hold.
2 if somebody melee attacks you.
Ah, that's what it is.
Please hold.
Somebody 5 feet attacks you. You can
Yeah,
still
within
use a
5 feet.
bow,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Is
I mean, you can
gold-
I
point
will
blank.
add my failure for falling.
No,
Okay.
is gold within 60 feet of me?
Yes,
Featherfall.
you don't take damage. You feather fall.
Let's
Um,
go, Persephone clutch.
Leon,
Hi.
you failed.
Yeah, I
The
did.
reason
You
y'all
take
keep me
66
around.
points of necrotic damage.
Wait, hold on. How much did he take?
33.
Did he succeed?
He just made it.
Fuck off.
You
Back
need
off.
featherfall too.
No, I'm on the ground. That
I know we're on
doesn't-
the same team, but I hate you.
No, I'm mad that
Okay.
we
Oh,
couldn't have
crap.
been swapped. He was
Now,
gonna go down
Gold,
anyway. I was still
here's,
gonna be.
here's what happens though.
You
You are
in
now
your
laying in a
pants.
puddle of your own shit.
I hate this
Pants
game.
full, health empty. You're
And
supposed to shit yourself after you die.
and there will
Not
be
before.
if you survive this, there will be follow-on repercussions for shitting yourself.
Yeah, no, my knees are weak, my arms are heavy.
Your arms are sweaty, knees weak, palms
Vomit
are
on your
sweaty.
I
Sweater.
shat my pants, yeah.
Mom's,
I don't
Mom's
think that's how that song
borscht-
goes.
what? No, mom's
There's
borscht.
shit inside my pants already.
So, DM, can swords and synthesizers roll a D100 for saying, oh crap? it's
I
bad?
agree. Rob,
And if
roll a
you
d100.
roll a 69, I come back to life. Full health.
Okay, so
It'd be awesome.
that was his turn. Okay. It is Carbateer's turn. Ooh, net 20. Good job, Carbateer.
Fuck you.
So he does some damage.
Local bard hates when team succeeds.
Local Bard likes when he gets to play the game.
You should
And
just try
second attack
rolling better than.
does not hit.
Local bard multi-classes into
Leon, you're down?
Class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first death save.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Hey, he
Net
has.
20. You are up with 1 hit point.
About to say he gets blessed as well.
No, that doesn't matter.
It
doesn't
On the
matter.
first death save?
No, it doesn't matter because I rolled a net 20.
On the first death
Wait, whoa. Hold on.
Yes.
Jason.
I rolled a nat 20.
He's gonna negotiate you out
And
of
Is
that-
that what? Is that 20 no matter what save it is?
It doesn't matter if it's a first or
Oh.
second. It's on a death save.
Okay.
If you roll a nat 20,
we
I was
get
thinking
automatically
that
automatically
20
double or
counted as
something?
2. Like,
No.
that's what I was thinking.
No,
of.
you
Did
get
add that
one
to your
hit point.
save?
Oh, that wouldn't have been enough.
Oh, my
Don't-
bad. Never mind.
So you're at 1 hit point. And guess what? There you are.
It's
One
a
hit point.
dragon's turn. He hits you again. Ha ha
My
ha.
turn.
It is, but that happens at the end of your turn. But you are no longer down. Give yourself 1 hit point.
We believe in you, unless you fail, in which case.
Bellum attempts to. Actually, Bellum runs over, pulls a healing potion out of Yarek's bag,
Baby birds.
and pours it down his throat.
Oh,
Gold.
Yes, sir.
Death save. That is not a net 20.
natural 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
Persephone, it is your turn.
Whoops.
Fire. Ball.
Okay.
My balls.
69.
Boo.
You said that last time, Swords and Synthesizer.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe you. I want a picture.
He's gonna put it up.
I don't know if I believe you, Rob, but if you really did, awesome.
If he does, then he has to give every player on the field advantage. Then
There will be
Because he's from
unforeseen
chat.
consequences for
I
that
have
69
one
at
more
a date of our choosing,
Yes.
how many?
One more.
unbeknownst to you.
I'm re-rolling. I can do up to 5. I don't think it's worth it. I
Just
keep
redo the 2.
It's just whether or not it's
What are the
worth
odds
it,
of rolling a
so-
You have so many
20,
fucking 5s in here. Yeah, it was worth
Wow.
it.
Interesting.
I have to-
1,000 perhaps.
10, 20, 30, 36 damage.
I'm not done doing it again.
Oh, my
So that's 1.
Mhm.
Honey, what the fuck?
I'm using all my spells and sorcery points. I'm
Okay.
rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those were not much better that time.
One shit point. You have 1 shit
I
point.
mean,
Oh yeah, lowbrow humor.
I love it.
Guys, I'm down to 3rd level spells.
Okay,
33 damage on that last one.
33. Nice.
How is he doing?
He is looking pretty fucked up.
Just in time for my turn.
At the end of your turn, he goes ahead and spends 2 legendary actions. And I
Also
need-
Nene.
On gold.
I need everyone within 15 feet, which is gold, which you automatically fail because you're unconscious.
Yep.
And Bjorn, technically, this affects you too because
Okay.
you're on his fucking wing. As well as the, let's see, Leon is too far away, but it does
What am I
affect the
rolling?
2 NPCs. It is a dexterity save, and yes, you do see it coming.
We have 3
Ew.
NPCs.
3 total, yes.
You said 2 NPCs. I don't know where they're located.
They're up next. They're kind of underneath where Bjorn is.
You know, that wasn't a bad roll, but that still probably doesn't work. 17.
Okay, that yeah. So you now take 18 points of bludgeoning damage and are prone.
On him? Okay.
Yeah, well, basically you fall off the wing.
No!
Okay, but it's
I would have
not.
to fall so far.
Yeah, it's not super far, but it is enough to take 1 die or 4 points worth of bludgeoning damage. So your total, it was 18 and then 4, so 22. It's just regular bludgeoning, so you're half. So you're at 11. But you are prone on the ground now.
Which means the dragon gets advantage on its attacks against you.
Gold, you fail because it wasn't a melee attack. You take 1 failure.
He dead yet?
I'll add that to my sheet here.
You don't know yet.
Not that I know where I'm at.
Yeah, you know you have 1. You don't know
Well,
if
no,
you have
he
any
knows
more.
he has 2 because he also fell.
No,
No.
he
No.
feather falled it.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if you're referencing that very old Animal Planet commercial with the crocodile hunter from probably like,
Dragon poop.
yeah, where he just kept saying that as part of a song that they had mixed together of different voice lines. of
He
it.
is from Australia.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if you're referencing that, but if you were, I caught it.
all right. And yet, gold, you are
If you aren't, sheer coincidence.
gold. You are like basically right in front
Steve
of him on the
Irwin.
ground.
Eve Sterwin.
Yes, I recognize I'm on the ground in front of a dragon.
Yep. Okay. So I was just moving you to the right spot. Okay. So that was that. It is now top of the round, and Yarick is up.
Apple fix our down guy.
Yep.
Oh wait,
Yar-
hang on. That was a save, wasn't it? Hold
Dex
the
save. Yeah,
phone.
you have.
Hold the phone. It doesn't fucking matter unless 18 saved it.
Nope.
Well, do you get advantage
He did.
because you're
Yeah.
dodging?
15 was the advantage roll.
Oh well, that's
So-
not much for you then.
I literally
Yarick-
only roll ones on the D4.
Stands up, and he goes, "A booga booga booga."
He says thank you.
You're welcome.
He sees
Obscure references
he
are
sees
wasted on
you
me.
down, and he casts Healing Word.
Yay!
So you get a whopping 5 points of health back.
Jason, can I ask you,
Anyway,
how many death saves was I at?
You actually only had one failure.
that's cursed knowledge, and you weren't really supposed to know
Mm-hmm.
that. Now the Grim Reaper's gonna come kick your ass.
But you are
There's a
covered in
dragon in
shit.
front of me.
And like I said, there will be repercussions.
What the fuck? This is the worst session ever.
I
Bjorn,
disagree.
it's your turn.
The Grim Poop Reaper, yeah.
Like Reaper.
Damn.
I stand up, I shout angrily at him, and I run forward and take 2 swings.
Okay.
Recklessly. Let's see. First roll is a dirty 20. I assume that hits, but I will.
That does
Oh,
not
I
hit.
almost got the crit hit. That doesn't hit?
That does not hit.
Does a 21 minimum hit?
Nope.
Well, that's pretty crazy.
That's fucking wild, bro.
How about a
That's
22?
That does hit.
Okay.
I did.
If it had been a 1,
That does not fucking hit the
I
dragon.
changed the D4s and it gave me a 2 instead of a 1. That's crazy AC, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a dragon.
It is a fucking
Believe
dragon.
fucking 21 does not hit.
19 slashing
Okay.
and
Ugh.
8 electric.
Okay.
I will take a second swing. I bet a 28 hits. Come on, give me the crit. No,
That does.
28. That'll be 16 slashing.
Okay.
And 6 electricity.
Okay.
And 18 dex save. Please.
I was trying
Okay.
not to read it. out
Yeah,
loud.
I shook my head.
8.
I love
to
swords,
know.
but damn. That was low ball.
Okay. So that's your turn.
That's my turn.
At this point, he once again uses a legendary action. This time to hit you with his tail.
That's it.
That's gonna hit. And
That's it. It's gonna
I do
hit.
have a healing.
and that is gonna do 18 points of bludgeoning, reduced to 9 because you're raging.
Doink.
And then it is his turn.
Let's see it.
And what he is going to do is
He's gonna show.
Are you going to run again, coward?
he is going to
I cast goad.
yeah he casts all attack on your ass. As
That's good.
you
My
get
ass is ready.
Lubed and prepped.
let's see
Let's
here.
go, baby.
does
Kill myself.
yeah.
No.
So the lowest is a 26.
Well, 18 is still better than that in my book, so.
Okay. Well,
18 is a pretty solid number.
it is a solid number, but not solid.
26 is pretty mid.
Yeah, sure.
How much
So-
do you think the bottle was?
The lowest was
300.
You
26.
take yeah. You take
150.
If it's all non.
yeah.
whatever,
I know. I'm just
add it up
adding
and-
all the.
That's retail. Secondary is like 4. For dollars, yeah.
What if they gave it to you for free?
I fucking wish.
So that's 43 reduced to 22
Ouch.
points of a mix of piercing and slashing. Okay. And then
Jordan wipes the blood
He
away.
says-
That's more like it.
then his turn is over, but it is now Carbateer's turn.
We should kill Carvatier.
Carvatier fucking
Everyone
misses.
turns and burns on him.
You know why?
Carvatier fucking misses.
You know-
I don't
He
need a
Wait,
reason.
He
I was
doesn't.
convinced.
No, he doesn't do jack shit except give the dragon more opportunities for legendary action.
And
Yeah.
he's been hitting them.
I know, but I don't care.
Anyway, but Carpentier misses this time. But
Leon says, "No, I'm drunk."
at the end of
I
his
am
turn,
such an asshole when I'm trying to God.
at the end of his turn,
I'm sorry,
Big K
Carpentier.
once again uses 2
Let's
legendary action
hear it.
and does his wings one more time. And because he does his wings, everyone within 15 feet of him, which is going to be Gold, Bjorn, and the 2 NPCs right next to him, are going to make a dexterity save.
You're gonna straight back.
But do you guys still have the bless thing or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before.
15.
This one goes out to my homie Carvatier. I'm sorry I shit talked you.
26 from gold.
Nice.
I don't know if I still take damage. If
Dude,
so,
what
it's
the
probably fucked anyway.
I have rolled this D4 5 times and I've gotten 4 1s and a 2.
Roll a different
Wrong D4 then.
I've switched.
Then you haven't rolled that one that many times.
Gold's only
That's
been
fair.
conscious long
This one's
enough
only
to
been
roll
rolled
one
twice.
D4.
So,
Actually 3 times. 18.
The only
okay.
thing I've been rolling is damage.
All
Oh
right.
wait, no. I got a +2. That's dirty 20.
Okay.
It probably still doesn't help.
So, both of you make the save. But that means it is 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Gold is down again.
Okay.
I'm knocked prone after passing?
Yes. Or not knocked prone.
What happens if I fail?
Not knocked prone.
Okay.
Uh,
So 10 bludgeoning, so
Should I do your
5.
numbers,
so
sir?
5 for you. Now, with that, he also can move up to half his flying speed. So he now launches
Yeah, he
himself
says-
up into the air
I take an attack of
No,
opportunity.
you
'cause
do
I-
not.
Oh! No!
because this is part of his
I
ability.
thought he'd run away like a bitch, so I did not use that ability that used my reaction that time.
You did, though.
No, not that time.
Yeah, you did. You said
Mm.
roll. You said roll.
That was a
strength
deck save.
No,
That's
you,
part of rage.
no, you said roll a strength save too.
No.
Oh, you did. No, wait, you didn't this turn.
I purposely
So
did
you
not.
do get to roll an opportunity attack.
Yes, sir, I do.
I thought you used that.
No, I purposely did not because I knew this
Can you
dragon.
grapple the beast?
Yeah, that would be very funny and very wouldn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't. But
So
Just hold his tail back.
Fucking bam
get
bam.
you're gonna take your attack of opportunity.
I sure am.
Okay.
oh, it's a putty cat.
Hey, Normie, Norman, I want to
Norman
pet
loves
you.
me, apparently.
I know. Hey, Norman. Oh, it's a good man.
I'm allergic to that motherfucker,
kitty
but I'm a
man.
I
pet
miss.
anyway.
You miss.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a nat 1 and a 4.
Hello.
So
My shirt, sir.
he is now
Ow.
You did
20
the same
feet
thing
up
to me.
in the
You
air,
did it to me too.
and with his
I just
movement.
don't like being carried. That's all it is.
Okay. Well,
He's
actually, he already
I
did it
love
stuff, so he
Boys, we
can't
are-
move any
We are
further.
still in mid sentence.
So he can't move any further because it's not his
Even
turn
louder.
anymore.
Okay.
So he's 20 feet in the air. It is now Leon's turn.
I'll give you one moment.
Yep.
Give me one moment.
Giving you a moment.
Yes, you're very cute.
La la la, a moment.
He retracted the claws for Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, my gay.
Just set him down here. It's fine. Do you want buffalo sauce, kitty cat?
So Big K is now 20 feet in the air
So
from you, Leon, just so you know distance.
taking a potion for myself is a bonus action.
Yes. So he is right now like 75 feet away from you because he's in the air,
Oh,
but you still have your movement and action after your bonus action.
said he's 75.
Yes, because he's in the air, but he's only 20 feet above the ground. So if you move closer, then your movement can get you within 60 feet easily.
Okay. I get 31 hit points back.
Okay.
Because I drink a supreme healing potion.
Okay.
Is it supreme or superior?
It's big boy potion.
Is it branded supreme?
Superior.
And then
Does
you have
Kendrick Lamar
action
play when you
and
drink it?
movement.
What?
Does Kendrick Lamar play when you drink that potion?
I sure hope not. I hate that music.
Well, then it's superior, not supreme.
All right.
There's not a single 4.
I
I've rolled 8 times.
run underneath him
Okay.
and I look at him and I say,
Roll
"Fuck
with
you!"
your other
And
hands.
over half of them are.
And I'm gonna cast vicious
You're right. Roll that
mockery
way.
on
Yeah,
him.
roll with your other hands.
So I need
4.
I need
2.
One.
Hey guys, trying to.
I need a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw from him.
a wisdom save.
And if he fails, he will take 7 points of psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn. Did he fail?
Natural 1.
Yay! 7 points of psychic. I'm doing
Seven?
my part. Yeah.
Are
7.
you sure 7?
Vicious mockery.
Are you sure 7?
Yes. Is that enough to kill him?
Show me what you got.
Okay. Yeah. So, as I said.
He had
Holy.
exactly fucking 7 health left.
Yeah. Fucking Leon runs underneath him after being
Are you
sloshed.
sure you
Yeah,
want to roll
it's
underneath
fine.
him?
He can't. He doesn't
He
have
already
the
said it.
movement. He doesn't have the movement to get directly underneath.
That's right. He took his hand off his meeple. It's placed.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't. He didn't have enough movement to get directly underneath him
Hey Norman. Okay. So
because he was
yeah,
too far away for that.
I run close enough to hit him
Mm.
after having been sloshed back and forth between consciousness and unconsciousness and being fucked in general. And like I said, I just look up at him and I say, "Fuck you." And I guess I just give him a really bad nosebleed.
Yep.
He's dead.
And
Hey, dick clip.
he
Yeah.
drops.
Is anyone
I fucked your
under
mom,
him?
shit lips.
Congratulations, you thought of the good thing.
Yeah.
The good thing is, for him, he has a soft landing, even though he's dead.
No, that's not what I'm
The
asking. I'm
bad
asking
thing
if
is-
anyone's under him.
Yeah, the bad thing.
Featherfall on
Gold
the dragon.
is.
You're gonna cast Featherfall on
Yeah,
the
so
dragon.
he doesn't fucking land on everyone.
He
and
still
squish them.
lands. He still
Yeah, yeah.
lands.
Slower, so they have time to react.
It's still 60 feet around.
I'm still gonna cast Featherfall
Okay.
on him to do my best to help.
Okay. So, being you is 20 feet up, okay, and she cast Featherfall, that would be a lot of damage. Technically, it would only be 1d6. But because you cast Featherfall, in this case, I am just going to say it is simply 1 point.
See?
So, everyone who is underneath him, which your consequence gold is because you are shit covered, you are in the shitty position of getting 1 point of damage. So you take 1 death save.
Womp.
Is it technically a melee attack, sir?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just take 1.
Do they see me underneath the corpse of the dragon?
Everyone sees this, yes.
Well, do they see me
To be
after
fair,
the dragon is fallen?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
far away.
well,
so I might
yeah,
not.
I mean, you weren't like directly under him. You just got hit by a portion.
Can we go on break now?
We're about to.
Okay.
But when we return from break, we will still be in initiative because we need to find out if they actually can save their downed comrades. So we are going to take our break now. We will be back in just about 10 minutes, and then we will find out the aftermath of this combat. So we'll see you in just about 10 minutes, everybody.
Yeah.
In just a bit.
55.
We are back.
You could have given me a fucking warning.
That's
There's-
why I said and.
But he didn't.
And we are back. So, we're back, guys. We are still in turn order.
Mm-hmm. Can we
The
not
dragon
be-
just went down thanks to Leon's turn,
Mhm.
Kill
which
That was a
means
really
it is
mean comment.
Bellum's turn, and he has no idea what to do at this point because things just happened. It is Gold's turn, so it is time for a death save. Okay. Percy.
Not my net one.
I'm going to do my shadow teleporting move up to gold because I can go 120 feet with that,
Okay.
and then I will take a potion out of my bag and dump it down his throat.
Okay.
It is a little big.
Is your shadow
potion.
teleport, you said, is a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll take
So,
full
yep.
action.
Is
and
it
do
dark
that.
enough to
So-
do that?
There's fucking trees.
There's trees, so there are
everywhere. I imagine there's
there are
shadows.
shadows.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's dead noon.
It's a
Straight
2d4
over
plus
it.
2.
Mhm.
No
So-
shadows whatsoever.
Yeah.
So,
Eh.
you get force fed a potion.
Yeah, I'm
You were the only one that was down at this point.
You
So,
get 5 points.
you are back up.
You get 5
Or my
points.
health is
Because
still
I
in-
did not roll a natural one like you did.
Don't have no
So-
more.
This would be a very different campaign if Gold rolled a net one right now.
Yep.
No,
So-
it's okay because if you did, I would find a scroll of resurrection in my bag somewhere.
It's
Or-
okay. You would just simply
Don't you have
attune
Revivify?
my weapon.
No, when in the fuck have I ever had?
I'm just saying, you could do that.
I could. That's
Alright.
called another magical secret slot that I'm not. that I don't have.
All right, but
Not
the
right
good
now.
news is we are out of combat.
I'm going to
And
hack this dragon's head off, and I'm going to break some of its teeth out and add it to my necklace.
Big K is dead.
Yeah, fuck that
So
guy.
you cut off some of its teeth to add your necklace. So you now have a couple big ass teeth hanging from your necklace.
His friend
Yeah.
Thamalama Guffagus was right. This guy's a fucking annoying guy.
He was annoying.
Fuck this dragon.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm going
if
to
you really want to, but it'd be necrophilia because he's dead.
So, Gold is alive now and is conscious, right?
Yes,
have
You
5
feel like
hit
shit.
points.
literally.
Bjorn.
Oh, also, hold on.
You smell like shit.
Hold on.
lit-
Prestidigitation.
Okay, now you're clean.
You did
All right, so
She
Many
unshit your
times.
pants, bro.
Many times.
you know where the greatest steak off a dragon is located?
It's
Not a
penis.
clue. As I actually, would I know about
The dick.
what part of the
No.
animal?
Wiener.
Dragons, the knowledge is arcana. You
Oh,
have
you
arcana.
Nope.
unlimited Arcuna?
Not a clue, as I'm
not
still
good at
hacking the
Arcana
head off.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm no longer.
You don't
good
know
at
where-
I haven't even turned towards you. I'm just like,
You don't know that the meat is stored in the balls. You don't know that.
The mana is stored in the
Testicle
balls.
meat?
Yeah.
No, the mana
Chad,
is
is
stored
this
in the
real?
balls, not the flavor.
the mana.
The mana.
That's where the fire
So-
comes from.
Yep.
That's not fire.
You don't know.
No,
That's
no,
where the
there are two
Actually, hold on.
portions.
With the amount of
fuck.
times that I cast Fireball on him, is he a little smoky already? So I
Oh,
added
yeah.
that nice smoky flavor
he's-
for you.
These portions
I'm
of him
eating
are cooked.
pieces of raw dragon meat, like off of the neck that I'm hacking, like into.
All right.
Like,
All right, so
Constitution save.
yes.
so theory says two things about the way meat will taste: either the fattiest region or the leanest region.
Mhm.
The leanest region on a dragon should be the base muscles of the wing.
It's the dick.
15.
You feel a little queasy.
I muscle through it because I'm determined to eat.
So I would like to carve steaks off of two regions: the fattiest region and then the leanest region.
Okay.
Leanest being the base of the wing muscles,
Sure.
carving that flesh out,
Mm-hmm.
and then the fattest region should still be the fucking ass of this dragon.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm gonna carve steaks from the two of those regions.
Okay.
I'm gonna set up a makeshift smoker, as I know that this is fatty meat
Yeah.
and it needs to be smoked.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set up an underground smoker.
Okay. I will need a survival check for you to build that.
You have,
so-
you have bardic inspiration.
I have bardic inspiration.
It's a D10.
We are in
In
my
favor terrain.
terrain, so I'll get advantage.
Yeah, you will.
Just
And
make your damn roll.
I've got so much fucking petrified wood around me. Will
You
make
do.
great smoking wood.
Oh, you do.
Freaking only. What's your?
It's not just
D10.
petrified. It's
D10 now.
Yeah.
it's not just petrified. It's petrified deadwood, so it's
Good.
super fucking dry.
All right. So after all is said and done, with everyone helping me, it's a 21.
Okay.
Only because I rolled so bad.
You feel like you've made a good smoker.
I bury some fucking petrified wood coals,
Mhm.
get them all nice and hot, add some airways, bury it, and put the meat above it.
Okay. And
And then I bury that.
then what are you guys
A
doing
smokeless smoker.
now while you're waiting for this meat to smoke?
Can I take a short rest?
You can take a short rest. You can try to take a long rest. It's entirely up to you.
Well,
Alright.
I'm pretty sure we still have the mission.
This was a
You do?
legendary opponent. Bjorn is taking pieces of it as trophies
Oh yeah.
and adding it to his weapon and attire and other.
Okay.
Leon,
Yeah,
do you have any spell slots remaining?
I have plenty.
I do not.
Would you be able to communicate to someone who I describe?
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of this punk ass dragon we fought?
Snuffleupagus.
That's not his name.
Car crash.
You okay enough to sit up? All right. There we go.
What would you say the dragon's name was again for the fourth time?
For the fourth, it is
something.
Karketh Zareth Zarov.
Karketh Zarath Sarath.
That guy.
Leon, if I gave you the name Ternanok, could you go ahead and tell them that we as a group felled Karketh
Zareth Zarov.
Zarath Sarath,
I could try.
and that you were right, he was an annoying little punk ass.
Yeah, I could do that. I could try.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Sending
All right.
on Ternanok.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him Kirkathalath is a bitch, and you were right. This is Leon, Gold's friend? Question mark.
No question
No,
mark.
he says
I
question
said
mark.
Okay.
Hope you're doing well. Wanna go to the movies? Question mark.
Are you pooping? No.
Are you shitting,
Are
son?
you shitting, son?
My
Okay.
God.
Do you actually say the correct name or what you just said? I
Well,
assume
we-
Leon would say the correct name.
Karthekalagus? Karkathsarathsarath?
Okay. So
Karketh Zarath Sarath.
so you
He
get
was felled, and he's a punk ass
it.
bitch.
It
Pretty
it takes a moment or two, but then you get a response, and the response is, "Friend of Gold's, hey?
Mhm.
Interesting.
I forgot he had.
I am glad that piece of shit is laid low.
Yay. Welcome.
My I guess I'd say is it. What's the word I'm looking for?
Don't-
Congratulations,
There we go.
I guess. I'll just say that. Congratulations. I'm impressed. Perhaps I'll meet you all soon
At the movies.
at movies.
Hey.
I'll buy popcorn.
Wherever the fuck that is.
The major image.
If there's a
The major image movies. All right. So that's a response you get.
Okay.
Okay.
I tell him that.
Hmm.
He wants to go to the movies.
We gotta settle on the movie, but that's okay.
I think the new Mission Impossible is probably a good bet.
I was actually excited for the new Jurassic World.
I'm not.
Scarlett
Poo
Johansson's in
cushions.
it, therefore I want to see it,
Dragon poop.
even
Is
if
it
she's
out?
married.
You
She
Now
can
Jurassic
still
Park
be
out?
hot even if she's married.
you have a wife.
Brother, that doesn't mean I can't think that other things are hot.
I can't.
The stove is hot.
Damn right it is. You know what else is hot?
Fire.
This
Johansson.
fucking Florida weather. My
Yes.
God.
All
All
right.
right. So you're out of initiative. You are setting up a smoker. You are sending messages out to other dragons.
Yeah.
What else
Singular
are you
dragon.
doing?
Singular dragon.
Or rest.
Just summarizing.
I'm gonna long rest.
If
Okay.
everyone is long resting.
Oh,
I will.
Before-
for sure, long rest. This is
before
a
I do-
long.
So yep. So
Before I
you guys
do-
are gonna end up
Um,
having to spend probably about a good 18 hours in total here in order to
yeah.
get your long rest
And
because it was a close to middle of the day ish when you got here and had this encounter. So in order to actually have a long rest, you're going to spend some time here, which is fine because you need a lot of time to smoke that meat.
And then I'm summoning my horse before I long rest.
Yes, and you easily can, and Cassiopeia is now back.
Awesome.
So, watch it for over the course
I
of
don't know. I
your
think
long
we
rest.
have a big dragon carcass here. I don't think anyone's gonna fuck with us.
No, in fact, we might get fucked with more because there's a giant fucking dragon.
The
carcass.
usual menace of this land is dead.
And then the
Alright,
purple
well-
worm showed up.
Percy's got bad perception, so she ain't watching.
I'll go
shit.
first.
Okay. So, first watch, go ahead and give me a perception check.
If this is the first time, I'd still be taking parts off of the dragon and whatnot. I'd
Okay.
still
Yeah, but you
figuring
you're
out how to
still kinda
fashion
looking,
it into
you're kind of keeping an eye out, but you're busy doing that.
And because I'm busy doing that, I rolled a 12. I
Perfect.
didn't roll a 12. I have rolled a 5 and got a +7, so it is a 12.
Fair enough. All right. Who's got? You don't really notice anything because you're kind of focused.
Yeah, that's
Joel
right.
has second watch only to flip the meat and then kind of relax anyway.
Okay. And so yeah, just roll a perception because you're just kind of keeping an eye out.
I get advantage.
Yep.
Because of my area of expertise. That is a 26.
Okay. With that 26,
Passively great.
you something catches your eye up near the rock outcropping that Big K was
A fucking second dragon
Was
appears his head around
looking
the corner.
around from.
His whore.
And
His whore, yeah.
give me an intelligence check.
Fucking Christ, you know I'm not good at those.
Doesn't have to be super good.
Thank God.
Are you sure, sir?
Yeah, what'd you get?
5.
Okay, it has to be better than that. I didn't say. I said it doesn't have to be super good. I didn't say it had to be quite
Bad.
Now,
But you notice. I will say you notice that. All right, that's a pretty big rock outcropping. It doesn't entirely look like it was naturally, there from the mountain.
I'd like to make an argument on Gold's behalf.
Ooh, okay.
Let's hear.
We have seen the last dragon we encountered was guarding a bunch of treasure.
Okay.
Would it be reasonable for Gold to assume that if that's where Homeboy was hanging out and living, that there might also be treasure there?
Perhaps.
I've done everything I can. I've given you the tools you need to succeed, Gold.
Sir,
The rest is up to
I've already
you.
made my goal. The most I could do,
I'm motioning for advantage.
Jason.
I will allow you advantage on that because of that assistance.
Okay.
I feel like it was a pretty good point. I don't feel
It
like I
was.
was insisting.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yes.
Didn't even-
Advantage makes a hell of a
Don't
difference.
say Papa Bjorn
Didn't
didn't do
even have to
nothing
be
for you.
that. Didn't even have to be that high.
Yeah, no, it's a polar at opposites
Yeah.
of the spectrum there.
But yes, you're like. I wonder if there's actually an entrance to a cave behind that, because that doesn't look like it was natural. It looks like maybe
Yeah,
it was.
caves aren't natural.
Yeah, but it looks like maybe the stone there and everything might have been like dug out and placed there.
Very well.
But does he share this information?
For
No,
now,
we're sleeping.
Gold's
You
too
think he's gonna
focused
wake
on
us up and
smoking
tell
his
us
meat.
this?
Bjorn!
Guess what? That might be a cave. Fuck off.
Gold, fuck off.
The meat's almost to temperature.
I'm awake.
We need another 4 hours.
I'm going back to sleep. I am no longer awake.
You say as enthusiastically as you said I'm getting up. I'm going back to sleep.
It's the thing where they're like
Hey.
perfectly pro to
Hey Logan, if you're this tired, why don't you go ahead and go to bed?
There's only 19 more minutes.
Okay, if you don't want to, that's fine.
like
I just
passing out on
wanted
Sweet
you to
Brother.
be covered.
Am
I just
I-
wanted you to be comfortable.
Am I being too embarrassing on
No,
stream?
no, I just wanted you to be comfortable. You looked like you're pretty tired, so.
That's how I was like 2 nights ago, dude.
When
I
were you,
was
what,
eeping so hard.
what were you doing though?
Nothing, but I was just so tired.
All right.
So-
You weren't on stream.
Nope.
You, like I said, you do think that there's a possibility that there is a cave and therefore potentially
A horde or
horde
something,
somewhere.
yeah.
8.
Yes.
What's that for?
I don't fucking know.
It's for his third
It's
watch.
for his third watch.
Oh, that would
You don't
make-
notice anything.
That would make it a 19 then.
Okay, well then, you notice. Yeah, those rocks don't look entirely, like they were naturally there.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
And I get my long rest?
Everyone does get a long rest.
Oh, thank God. Gold was on the brink of death.
I was still in
Yo,
triple
word.
digits.
Okay, not him,
You
but
have
that
triple
doesn't
digits?
count.
Brother, you ain't taking hard enough. You were still.
I was
triple
trying my
digits.
absolute. I climbed a tree for this fucker.
You climbed a tree.
Yeah, I was
How
trying
dare
to
you.
get his ass.
If I wasn't
He was trying to fly away.
if I wasn't too far away, I was gonna teleport you on top of the dragon, but I have to touch you for that, and I was not getting further. Like I was 150 feet away, and I was gonna stay that
I
way.
did get healed a little bit, so I would have been down to double digits had I not been healed.
Gold was put in the negative digits 3 times.
Buddy, I'm trying so hard
It's okay.
to be in all of these enemies' grill. All right, I'm just getting right up there. I took the first swing. I pissed it off. I'm taunting it verbally. You
Did-
killed it verbally.
Did you insult its mother, Karmaboth?
No. Bjorn would never stoop as low as to insult someone's mother.
Or you have to look at this.
You'll call him a coward, though, for trying to run.
I don't know.
Maybe there is no honor in wearing this dragon's
Mm.
teeth and scales and whatever. How much of that do I get, by the way?
It's because they're pretty freaking
I
big.
get a bag of holding.
Yeah, but because they're pretty freaking big, if you're gonna put like the teeth on like your necklace or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
I'm gonna
that,
put some
you
of them
maybe
at
get
least.
like. You figure you could hang 3 teeth off there, but it's pretty freaking
fine.
big. The only reason
Even
you
one
get that
is
many is
fine.
because you're a big guy.
Yeah, even one is
Yeah.
okay, just
And-
to add on.
And scales, roll a
Dragon
d6.
scale armor, hell yeah.
Roll a d6 because the scales are
Roll.
pretty decent size. If you wanted to collect more to do something with it,
5.
okay. If you wanted to collect more to actually try to do something with it, you could and just throw them in the bag of holding.
I still have the advantage you bought me last session.
You know what, Jason?
Hmm.
Gold is going to spend a fair amount of time harvesting dragon scales.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing all night. And I only got 5.
Well, I mean, like I said, if you're like trying to do something more with them, if you're just like, I want a couple souvenirs, you get 5. If
I'm
you
taking a bunch of this dragon.
Okay.
Bjorn is going to use it as proof that he has slain a mighty beast.
Gold
If it
would
had
like
horns-
to functionally find a use for the scales between harvesting smaller and larger scales.
Okay, so between the both of you working together, you managed to get enough scales that you could have some kind of souvenir, and you figure that you have enough that you could either make something if you actually happen to have the skills to make things, or get somebody else to make something out of it. One
That is hype.
thing. Okay. Up to and including maybe a suit of armor, but the bigger the thing, the more expensive it's going to be, and the longer it's going to take to actually get
We're
made.
talking to Mr. Moneybags over here.
Gold formerly and still is rich. So it's
Yeah.
okay.
I wrote 5 dragon scales, handful of dragon teeth.
And a dragon scale shrubbery.
Uh-oh.
You must
Yes,
cut
he
down
has a
the
dragon
mightiest
tooth necklace.
dragon in the dead forest
Mhm.
with a
Shrubbery.
herring.
Yes, and a path in the middle. Yes, a path.
We demand another shrubbery.
To cross my bridge, you must pass a test.
You must
Answer me these
questions.
questions 3. All right.
Fantastic.
God, we're
It's free on
nerds.
YouTube right now.
I know we
That
are such
movie.
big nerds. Okay.
It's also on Netflix.
Yes. So it is the next day. You have
Did the dragon have horns, by the way?
it is the next day. You have
He was a bit.
you have dragon parts. You have taken a long rest. You all get the benefit of.
And we have a beautiful set of meats.
You have
smoking in
some
the
wonderfully
ground.
smoked dragon meat, which will suit you well for the journey ahead. Anything else you want to do before you head out?
No.
I would suppose I would like to go ahead and tell the rest of the party that there is a possible horde. Therefore,
Dragon sphincter soup.
I was just looking at that. That's what I was
I
laughing
did a
about.
double take on that. I just like looked at it.
therefore, some possible loot for us to go over.
Okay.
And I have a piece of paper for writing stuff.
I will do a shadow scout of the cave before they get there.
Okay. So you guys do go investigate. As you scout in there, you see it is a fairly large cave. It starts out with a tunnel that, kind of just estimating the size, you figure this was just big enough for Big K to kind of squeeze through and go down through it. And it goes down into the mountain, down a ways, curves a little bit, curves back the other way, and then opens up into a relatively large space, which clearly was dug out. All of this was dug out by dragon claws. And in this large space, it is relatively flat, and on the far end, you see a pile of stuff.
I'm gonna go out. Yeah, there's something here,
Huge.
guys.
We take the time.
I'm still going and looking.
Yeah.
The tunnel is the dragon sphincter. Okay,
No.
We loot.
so you loot.
Yep.
It takes you a good couple hours to go
That's
through all this.
fine.
Now, due to the limitations on bags of holding and all the shit that you guys already have in your bags, after counting everything, you figure that there is about a total value in gold, just based on basic like appraising, kind of like, we've seen some of this before because there's some gemstones, there's a couple art objects and stuff, and then of course there's coins. You figure there's about 50,000 gold worth of stuff in here.
Wow.
Okay, not counting, you find some items.
Yeah, there
Okay.
we go. Let's go, baby.
Now, out of that 50,000 gold worth of items, well, again, you have limited space now.
Fine, I still have a hand. I mean,
Yes,
Read it
but
to me, Jason. It's okay.
you figure that depending on what we pick and choose from, we could probably get the items and probably about 10,000 gold worth of coins, gems, art.
Crypto said swords and synthesizers. Can I
Yes.
invest it in e-market?
You can, which you'll have to wait until near the end of your lifespan before that actually gets invented. But don't worry, in 700 years, it's there.
It's a fantasy world.
You underestimate
Industrialization will
Gold's
never
lifespan.
happen.
He has taken his vitamins. He's at least making an extra 1,200.
Derek coin. I love it.
All right. So,
So,
what items are we looking?
The items. One, you feel like you're in Baldur's Gate as you find a jar with a dead elithid tadpole floating in preserving chemicals.
I think we'll probably
Wow.
leave that.
Are you
Uh,
joking?
No, it didn't say the Baldur's Gate reference, but I added that part. But this is what it is:
Oh,
a jar with a dead elithid tadpole
I think we can
floating
leave
in
that.
preserving
I don't think
chemicals.
we need
Are
to
we
waste
sure it's
that.
dead?
Maybe. A set of irregular polyhedral dice with a D9, a D13, a D25, and a D34.
Yeah, no, it's like just write the items that we care to take.
Okay. The skull of a fiend or celestial, you're not exactly sure. A spinning wheel. A funerary urn containing the remains the dragon
of the dragon's dear
yeah.
mother.
the remains that you can't identify. A kneeling bench.
That's it. Don't write them down unless it's something we care about.
I was trying to.
There is a
write-
small shrine with a statue, a brazier, and an altar dedicated to some god. You're not familiar with the symbol.
It's not Shimlo, so it can go.
Can
forward,
I
so-
interpret it in Draconic, or is this something beyond us?
It's something beyond you. You're not really sure about this. A hogshead, which is a large cask containing 65 gallons of some kind of liquid. And when you smell it, it definitely smells alcohol.
You know this motherfucker's picking it up.
Tomer,
He's not here to write it down.
it's
So
65 gallons. You know how fucking big and heavy
I'm
that
not
is?
even writing
You
it.
know that
It's
that's
fine.
the only thing he's
well,
grabbing.
then if he is here to grab it, he can grab it.
Listen, I'm
Otherwise-
gonna call for him. That's the only thing he's grabbing.
All right, so he's
You write
walking
it
up
down, then
carrying
I'm
a
not writing that.
65
All right,
gallon.
I'm gonna go
hold
ahead.
on. I
and
just want to
write.
see this.
Is it like the ones they had in the Shrek tournament in Shrek 1 at Farmhouse Castle?
Hogs.
Probably, yeah.
settled this over
Exactly. Okay, no. This would weigh 540 pounds.
And it's okay. He can
Just the
handle it.
liquid, not the barrel itself.
Sounds like we're drinking here, boys.
So he probably would have to just take some and put in his
Yeah.
his wine skins and stuff.
We're not even gonna worry about it. I don't think.
It's on his shoulder.
I doubt that.
Okay,
I've seen
and
his
then
stat.
if someone wants to
You
give
roll
me
the next
I guess it would be a history check.
I'll let that be someone else.
Yeah, 14.
Okay.
Gold to roll this or check. He's actually got a fairly high stat in that.
Okay.
And he rolled a 19.
Okay.
So with his pluses, history. That's a 21.
All right, 21. And what languages do you speak?
A lot. Well, he's got tongue.
So
all
I
of
do
them.
have tongue. So if it's necessary, I
Tongues
will.
or comprehend languages?
Let me look at my spells.
Oh,
Hold
sorry,
on.
I just
She
assumed
sped.
tongues, yeah.
Comprehend language is different from tongue.
Yeah, no,
Comprehend
yeah,
language.
he does,
Okay.
sorry, I just
So I
assumed.
can read anything I want.
Okay. So you would understand it and
No,
look
no,
at-
no, 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 no. Swords. No, no, no.
Yes.
You would
now
understand
we're
it
talking.
that it is a bunch of knotted strings, all kind of on. There's like a kind of like a just a metal looking rod, and these knotted strings are hanging off of it, and it is a way to keep a historical record. And you would understand this if you cast comprehend languages, that this is a way to keep a record of stuff. And so this is like some kind of historical document in a different way to do it. You also find a potion bottle, a spell scroll.
Just
in
a bottle, or
case.
does it actually have a potion?
It's got liquid in it, but
Mm.
Is it labeled?
no. not
Of
labeled.
course not.
Why would they label
Can
it?
I Arcana check him?
You could. I think you've seen something similar.
Never
so
mind,
yeah.
it's a one.
Okay, yeah, you don't know.
Good. Hold on.
Mhm.
Sir.
All right.
You also find a spell scroll inside
I got a
case.
15.
Can I
15?
open it?
Okay, 15. It looks like it's a potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Can I
Yes.
Open the scroll and
You open the
see what
scroll
it
and
is?
look at it. It is an 8th level scroll, Power Word Stun.
What?
You also find a weird looking robe that has, when you kind of pick it up and turn
Way
it from
too
side.
many pockets.
Nope. When you turn it
It's
and you
an
look at it from
invisibility
side to
cloak.
nope. Let me speak.
No.
A stunning black
As you turn it
pockets.
and look at it, the colors on it, it looks like it's different colors as you kind of look at it from different angles. It changes colors slightly.
A chameleon.
And then you also see this, it's kind of, it takes you a while to recognize that this is not a gemstone because it's sitting amongst the gemstones. And it is a stone. But it's not really a gemstone. This is an ion stone.
An ion stone, you say.
Or ion stone, however you want to say it.
What does
How
that
do you spell it?
mean to somebody?
IOUN. There are, well, anyone with Arcana can roll Arcana and
I
be able
believe
to
that's
understand
two
what
of
these
us.
are.
14.
Okay, so between you two, you both understand. Yeah, ion stones are. There are many different kinds, but they are a
This
magic
one's
item,
mine.
and essentially, when you attune to it, it will sit there and just kind of float, circle around your head, and depending on what type of ion stone it is, will determine what benefit it grants you. This one in particular, let's see. Let me get a list because it didn't say specifically which one. So
Can I have this scroll if no one else wants it?
I don't know.
All yours.
Yeah.
Add that to your inventory. I don't know, maybe it might be.
I don't know that you can use it because none of us are wizards. But
Oh,
Doesn't necessarily
find
said it
out.
was a wizard scroll. I
it's
just
a
said it was
scroll.
It's a scroll.
And Jason says if you can read the magic, you can do it.
I say if you can read the magic.
Power
then you
word.
Okay,
Power
so
son.
Rule 0.
Gold can read any language, therefore he can
so
read magic.
this
now.
I
iron
guess you can
stone
read one.
9th level witch.
is pearly white,
Okay.
and it is kind of a twisted crystal look to it.
Crystal.
This is what's called a pearly white spindle.
Okay.
When you attune to this, it will circle your head,
Mhm.
and you gain regeneration, which
Cool.
means you regain 15 hit points at the end of each hour,
I would.
It doesn't really
as
match
long
with
as
my
you have at
outfit,
least one
so-
hit point.
That's cool.
Doesn't really match with my outfit, so have that.
At the end of each hour?
Yes.
To be honest.
Well, I just happen to have a free attunement slot now.
To be honest.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean that's fine.
How
So-
much regeneration does it give? 15?
15 hit points at the end of each hour, as long as you have at least one hit point current. Like if you're at 0, it's not going to heal you.
After each hour? Ooh.
At the end of each hour. So once an hour, you gain 15 more hit points. So
If you're at full, the first damage you take, does the hour start right then?
it starts
Is it
counting at that
15?
point. Then you got 1 hour, and then it'll give you 15.
Oh, so
It's
does it,
not
like,
it's
give
not
you
a battle
15 and
thing.
then-
It's more of a, okay, I survived the battle. I'm hurt. I don't need to worry about wasting spell slots
Oh,
or
this is
healing
completely
potions.
supposed to be that.
It's an overtime. I can heal my health back up.
It would take me like an entire
It
day
is
to full
also
heal.
a way of timing a battle strategically to gain 15 in the middle of it.
Which also would not be
Okay,
something Bjorn would do.
So you'll just
Let's keep going.
stab yourself before any battle happens, and then a battle comes up, and then you get 15 back. Think
Yep.
about it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's counting on getting hit in the middle of combat.
Okay, but that's what it does.
It's cool.
Mhm.
It's not
So-
great.
combat encounters lasting an hour.
Out of the other items,
but
if
they
you
may
don't
last
take any of
6
the other
seconds.
more mundane looking items, then you could actually fit an additional 5,000.
Yeah, I imagine
gold
we
worth
don't
of
take
points.
any of the items that didn't sound like they were cool.
Yeah, how much
powerful
money do we
items.
get besides the items you just listed off that we grabbed?
If you don't take the mundane items,
We're
you
not.
get a total of 15,000 gold.
Can I examine some of the mundane items?
Sure.
They're all
I read them
mundane.
all off.
They're
So.
all
Oh, I'm
mundane.
sorry, those were the mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah, the jar with the illithid, the
Yeah,
Okay.
all the
Polyhedral
stuff
dice,
that's
I
not- yeah.
apologize.
the historical record, all those were mundane.
I will take my bag of holding then. Gold.
Luckily, there's a vendor in this cave as
And,
well that
and
he
I
can
assume you're taking the robe
and he
as
buys
well. or
all
no?
this stuff for us.
Yeah,
I'll
the-
take the robe.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm curious about the robe. I'll have it examined later.
Okay. Arcana checks.
7.
13.
Yeah, you guys not sure. You think it's probably taking an identify
Yeah,
spell
no,
to
it's
figure
a
out.
robe.
It's a robe. It's kind of pretty, but it's going to take an identify check to figure it out. Or identify spell.
Already got a robe.
Yeah, this
Jason, I'm
this
curious.
Iron
Mhm.
stone is not.
How long, with us having ventured across this continent in our journey from our previous journey with the Feywild, has it been since I've used Shade's ability to teleport across dimensions? Is it close to the month yet, or are we still?
It's
ways away?
actually getting pretty close because you have been traveling for a while. But
Yeah.
remember, a month here is 7 weeks.
Exactly. So that's why I'm
So
trying to figure
actually,
out.
I would have to count. Actually, you know what? It might not be as close as I think. You might be about halfway there. But I'll look back through and count it up the
You're
travel
not
days.
Active.
But yeah, it's been a while. But I think thinking about it, it's probably been about 3.5 to 4 weeks. So basically about halfway.
I'm just
But let me I'll double check between sessions.
okay. That's fine.
Yep.
If that's the case, I believe we've sufficiently looted the Dragon's Den.
Back to our
For
mission.
sake of inventory, Jason, if I scoop a bag of holding a gold,
Like I said, you guys, because you elected not to take the mundane items, you can fit an additional 5,000. So it's 15,000 total worth of gold, gems, etc.
So
that you're
everyone gets
able to
3,000.
keep. Yeah, so everyone basically gets 3 grand. Okay. The 3 NPCs also take a share for themselves.
Okay, so how much?
Not out of that. They get
Okay.
their own. They grab
Gold
their own.
is up to being able to buy about half a town's worth of property again. Then,
Cool.
as gold is now back up to 55,641 gold pieces.
Nice.
Gold is a very, very, very rich man.
Yes. All right.
That's
So
preposterous amount of.
after
gold.
It's because she's paying off her debt to me.
you've collected everything that you're going to be able
Quite
to
the
collect,
bit.
you are
It is.
basically chock-a-block full. You have 0 room left in your bags of holding, and your other bags. You guys are. If we were worrying about encumbrance right now, you guys would be loaded down. So, but you are basically at the max you're able to carry. So if you try to carry or collect anything else, you're going to have to get rid of stuff in order to do so.
Okay.
You have gotten your long rest. You've collected your loot. Where to now?
Well,
Back to the regularly scheduled
as
program.
Gold has determined, we need to be hugging the mountains, heading south by southwest at this point.
All right.
And we are going to move in between Orc and Dragon territory on our way towards the next ley line
All right.
intersection.
You continue your journey south by southwest. And no, that is not that convention. But you continue your journey south by southwest between the mountains and the plains, trying to skirt between where orcs typically tend to go and dragons typically tend to thrive. As you are doing so, we will see where your journey leads you next time. So we're going to stop right here. We hope you guys had a good time. I hope you enjoyed tonight's session. I know I had
Oh,
fun. I hope you guys had fun tonight.
Absolutely.
That makes all of us.
All
Got
right.
So many fireballs.
And we will see you guys next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 94 of Atavar Ascension. Bye, everybody.
Have a
Good
good night.
Bye.
My butt.
At Totally Online Gaming Group, we're more than just a brand. We're all part of a greater community. And as much as we love creating content that you all enjoy, we cannot do that without your support. Every purchase you make goes beyond just owning a product. It supports us in our endeavors to grow and eventually go full-time so that we can dedicate ourselves to creating even more of the content you love. With our exclusive range of merchandise, from stickers to cell phone covers, mouse pads, and mugs, and of course, a wide variety of t-shirts. You can show your support proudly wherever you go. Just hop on over to www.toggdm.com and click on the Visit Store link to see and get your own official Totally Online Gaming Group merchandise. But it's not just about the merchandise. You can show your support in other ways too. Following our channel, subscribing, or visiting our official website, www.toggroleplay.com, and sharing it with your friends. We hope you'll continue to join us for our adventures and become part of the Totally Online Gaming Group family today.